All right. Hello, everybody. I'm kind of tired.
Hello.
Hi. How are you doing?
Not too bad. How are you doing?
Very tired. I took some like melatonin last night, and it was one of those ones where it's like it's a timed release sort of thing. It doesn't digest right away, and I think I maybe took it too late, so I'm kind of tired still.
Mm-hmm.
I had a little bit of
right,
energy
that's
drink
fair.
because I had to like wake
Tiff
up
planning
early.
going
Also,
for you?
I just assigned my Tiff tickets, and I got everything except Titan, the Palme d'Or winner.
Oh yeah, I saw your tweet. God, if I knew, I would have gotten a digital one for you.
Oh, you got yours early?
Yeah, they actually accidentally started selling the digital stuff early for members a couple days ago, so I'm just like,
really?
I'm just gonna
Oh shit! You should have told me.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
I did. Yeah, it's like, are you just a standard member or?
Yeah, I'm not like a super duper member or anything.
Yeah, me neither.
Right.
I'm a fucking lunatic, so I'm gonna try and see it in person. But
yeah,
I think
no,
I can
that's
get
fine.
to
I mean, like, I'm assuming I don't know if they do required vaccination or anything.
They do.
TIFF. They
and
do, yeah.
Mandatory masks.
Yeah, masks
no
and
popcorn.
vaccination, and probably like I don't know if they do reduced capacity or not. Either way, like those two first things,
Yeah,
you're
it's
safe.
50%.
Oh, 50%. Yeah, okay. All those three things combined, I wouldn't worry at all.
Yeah. You're not coming down here, are you? Or
no. No,
okay.
it's all. I'm just doing it remote, just because like by the time that I could have realized that going in person would probably be fine, I had already made my plans. You know, like TIFF is something you have to plan like pretty far in advance for, if you want to. Well, if the way I do it anyway, you know. Like the whole
I'll
thing.
let you know how last night in Soho and Dune are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
you don't have to say anything about them, honestly. Because I'll just be seeing them regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Hey!
Hello.
Hey.
How are you?
I just turned 18 on my
Congratulations!
Hey,
there we go.
But that means nothing when you're in America, right?
Yeah.
I turned 18 like a few months ago. Yeah.
Also,
you're in the United States, right?
If you're in the UK,
okay,
you
so
could be drinking now, but no, you're.
you can like go to the army now.
Wait 3 years for that.
Is my microphone working?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, face cam. Salamander face cam.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I stream on Twitch.
Yeah. You're a
seeing
streamer
you
now.
Yeah. You're one of us.
Lifestyle.
Oh. I'm not a streamer. I don't know why I said that.
But you're on a stream.
Oh shit!
I'm a confetti streamer.
Adam, new patron here.
Oh, like streaming for
nice
fish.
To meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. I see. Yeah, a couple. I see a few unfamiliar faces. If everybody wants to. Say hi.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So don't.
Adam,
just wait. Boards of
sorry.
I just want to make sure, like, because there are a few people that are not regulars that haven't been here before. So yeah, just don't feel, even if it sounds like, if it feels like you can't get a word in, just like raise your hand or something. I'll try to get to you. Like we try to make sure everybody can say things, you know. So
That's true.
Is your name with an A or a U? Because you've got it spelled two different ways now.
I don't think anybody on the planet spells it with a U. So it's funny because like the spelling with a U was supposed to just be like a dumb, cute thing to like differentiate myself from the other Adams. Because like the gaming channel Adam Plays, so the word plays is spelt wrong. But then after making that, it just a bunch of people got confused and think that my name is Adam Plays and it's spelled ADUM.
That's
I
weird.
Realize that it was,
maybe you should have put a B at the end.
No.
Like
Adam.
No.
Adam.
I just assumed it was ADUM Johnston.
No.
We could like do the same thing you do with like Adam Driver when you call him like dumb driver.
Yeah, well, you can do that.
Dumb Johnston.
You can call me whatever you want.
Dumb Wingard.
I mean, all the fans of Life is Strange think you're dumb anyway. So with all of your views on Life is Strange, I agree with your views on Life is Strange. Life is Strange is a piece of shit.
Can't wait. Can't wait for
It's not good.
Are
Coming
you
out
kidding
soon.
me? It's hella good.
It's
the
funny
hella-
to watch.
The hella
Hella
best
cool.
game ever made.
Step
Apparently,
douche.
apparently Venice Film Festival is starting tomorrow. I don't
Yeah.
really know
Oh,
what.
nice.
Well, they gave like Joker the thing last time, right? So I don't know.
What's the reward? The Golden Lion?
Yeah,
Is
I
that what
think
it's
that's
called?
what it's called.
Joker got the Golden Lion.
Pretty sure it did. Yeah.
Awesome.
Isn't that weird?
Society.
Yeah.
Oh.
Venice Film Festival. So yeah, I got all my tickets for TIFF except Titan. I'm gonna see if Neon's willing to give me like a screener copy or something.
What are you seeing?
What am I seeing? Okay, let's check it out. I got my schedule here.
Oh hell yeah!
All right. I'm seeing Petite Maman, the new Cecile what's-her-face movie from
Sciamma.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
The Box, I don't remember what that is, but I'm fitting in a press screener for that. To Kill the Beast, I don't remember what that is. Drive My Car, which is like a really well-received Japanese movie that I think it's won something at Cannes. It was a Cannes movie, I think.
Yeah, I have
don't know.
that Grand Prix. I think I have that one lined up for my last day.
Integalde, Integalde. I think I just saw a trailer and was like, oh, that could be all right.
Yeah, I couldn't fit that one in.
Lingui, The Sacred Bonds. That seemed like half of these are ones that I just discovered through the TIFF thing. And was like, oh, that could be interesting. Inexorable. I want to see Titan, but it's sold out, so we'll see. And also, it could be playing at Vancouver Film Festival a month later, so I might be able to see it there. Julia, a documentary on Julia Childs, apparently.
It's at the Sudbury Film Festival too.
Dash Cam, which is going to be bad, but I'm seeing just to make fun of it, probably. It's like another fan footage movie from the makers of the 2020 film called Host. That really bad movie.
Yay, another one.
And then Lakewood, which is like a movie starring Naomi Watts that looks like it doesn't even seem like super indie or anything. It's like one of those things that just shows up at the festival to promote itself. And it's got Naomi Watts, and she plays like a mother, and her child is like in the middle of a school shooting, and she like uses her cell phone to save the day or something. I don't know. It seems silly. So
does someone give her a hard time about eggs?
Didn't they do that in Run Hide Fight?
I know. It's just it seems like another Run Hide Fight or something.
God, I really hate those movies that like handle that subject matter so badly. I mean, maybe they'll handle it well, but I don't know. Just seems tacky.
The Elephant, that's a great one.
Just Elephant.
I think it's just
we know a good way to handle it.
The Humans, which is like an A24 thing with Steven Yeun and somebody else, I forget. Ahead's Knee, I don't know, it looked interesting, I forget why. Jagged, which is a documentary on Alanis Morissette, which, like, sure, I'll see that.
Do you like your music?
I mean, it's catchy. There's some songs that I like. And then there's a movie called Komala, which I don't remember what that is, but it looked interesting. Out of Sync. No, it's spelled Comala. Out of Sync, which is a movie that is about a woman who does like audio visual editing, but then her brain starts desyncing audio and visual, and so I don't know. Seems like it could be like a sad thing. I don't know. Charlotte, I forget what that is. Encounter, I forget what that is. Compartment Number 6, also just
I'm
things
seeing
that
that
looked
one.
interesting. Where is Anne Frank? That's the new film from fucking Waltz with Bashir director Ollie Foreman or something.
Is it going to be like Flash animation?
I don't know. I saw some screen caps. I don't know or some promotional images, but I don't know if there's any like straight up video for it yet. The Worst Person in the World. It's the new Joachim Trier movie. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Joachim.
Any relation to Lars von Trier?
I think it's Joachim or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I was lukewarm on his last one, but maybe he'll do a better job with this one. It seemed to be well received, and it was at Cannes, I think so. The Rescue. It's the new film from Free Solo directors. Another documentary. I think like the cave rescue thing. I don't know. Are You Lonesome Tonight? I don't know. It looked interesting. After Blue. It's supposed to be some weird, trippy horror movie. I don't know. So I'll watch that. Marina. I forget why. Nobody Has to Know. That's the new film from. What's his name? I don't remember. Booley Lanners, if that's how you pronounce it. Just a Belgian guy that made a movie that I liked in 2008. And he's also an actor. I think people recognize him more from acting.
Is my mic working now?
Do you remember
it's
what that
working.
movie was?
Oh,
It was
thank you.
called El Dorado. Yeah.
Is that Road to El Dorado?
No, just El Dorado. And it's
No,
live
they
action
get-
and nobody
that-
heard of it, but
that's
I
the
thought
movie
it was
where they
pretty
get
good.
there.
Okay.
Low Invisible, I don't remember what that is, but it looked interesting. Flea, which I tried watching at Sundance, but I was too busy and I had other things that I needed to do, so I didn't really give it a proper chance.
Oh,
And I was like, whatever, this is like boring. But then it got like surprisingly great user and Metascore, so I'm like, okay, maybe I'll just give this another chance. Because I didn't really, I kind of just, I didn't have a lot of time during Sundance. And then Sundown, which is the new Michel Franco film. So he's back with Tim Roth. And I really love Chronic.
The guy. Oh, sorry.
What?
Is Michel Franco the guy who did New Order? Or
Yeah.
is that like another guy?
I liked New Order. It wasn't amazing or anything. The controversy seemed stupid, but I really liked Chronic, and I haven't hated a single one of his films, and I kind of like him. And then there's Wolf, which is apparently about a person that believes they're a wolf.
Sounds
and I was
like
like, okay, I have to see
a
that.
furry movie.
Well, we don't know.
But with a
I
wolf.
thought
Furry
Pig was
movie,
going to be
really.
about.
But yeah, the premise was like, okay, I guess I have to see that. Becoming Cousteau, which is Jacques Cousteau documentary. Unclenching the Fists. I don't remember why I'm watching it, but it seemed interesting. Same with Seven Prisoners, and then I think that's everything that I'm seeing. So the only one that I really need to get tickets for is Titan, and then the rest of the ones I want to see that I can't are because they're in person only and they're not available in digital. So there's nothing I can do about it. But I'll probably see them in another month at VIF or whatever. So that's everything. Yeah.
I really look forward to actually attending. I don't know if I'm doing it yet just because of like money wise, but I'm considering getting tickets for New York Film Festival, and which has a lot of great lineups that I'm excited for. They have they got the new Sean Baker that I really want to see.
Red Rocket.
Yeah, very funny title.
I don't even know what that's about. So.
It's about a retired porn star.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I heard.
And there's Titan, as well as the new Wes Anderson.
Yeah, who's got there's somebody with some audio in the background that sounds like a phone call or something.
And nothing's clicked on yet.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna mute you, Max. Well, all right, unmute yourself when you want to talk later. Thanks. All right, what were you saying?
It also has the new The French Dispatch and Dune, and those are films that I'm already going to see regardless. But I guess
I'm assuming that's all in person, also, right?
Yeah, but
when's that happening?
Yeah, that's also another factor. Of course. But I don't know.
When's New York?
Gaspar Noé's new film is there.
Is it actually
a new one out?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he's got another one.
Wow. I actually
What's that one about then?
It's about a dementia.
Yeah, it'll be
Vortex?
interesting. I'm still
Vortex.
I'm still waiting for a proper release of Lux Eterna, even though I have other means to watch it because that showed up on the internet. But I kind of just like I want to know, is that going to happen at some point? Like, are they going to release it as a movie, or is he just going to pretend it never happened? And it's just going to stay a movie that was at Cannes and then some people leaked on the internet.
Was it not received well? What happened?
I don't think that would stop Gaspar Noé from releasing.
Yeah,
a movie.
that's true.
Isn't it only like an hour long? Like it's like barely feature length.
Yeah, exactly. So that might be an issue of like, how do you sell this. But you'd think you could just put it on iTunes or something. I don't know. Like fucking Netflix has that monkey short film from David Lynch on it that people can watch. It's like half an hour long.
Oh yeah.
There's also the Joel Cohen movie, but it's only one of the brothers. which I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
works
No
They're-
Ethan.
The other one's
No,
Did they
done.
split up?
He's like he doesn't want to make movies anymore or something. I don't know.
Wait, I actually don't know which brother, so I don't know.
Whichever one, it doesn't matter. We'll find out who's the talented one later.
Oh
We'll
yeah.
find out who's piggybacking.
Who's the hack fraud?
Exactly.
I think
Sure,
a lot of,
birthday, Joel Cohen. I found that out. That's pretty good.
You found
I
out
think a
what?
lot of
I found out I'd share a birthday with Joel Cohen.
Oh, very
I was
cool.
looking up.
Oh, good.
Cool.
I share a birthday with Adrian Brody and Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah.
Wow.
I share a birthday with George Lopez and John Cena. So
Oh,
top tier people.
very nice.
I
Ja-
share a
Zhao
birthday
Shina.
with Drew Carey.
Zhao Cena.
share a birthday with me.
I'm never gonna stop calling him
no.
that. It's done.
What celebrities
Yeah,
were
why
born
would
on
your
December
name
10th?
Be accented? I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of funny because like as a person who doesn't speak Mandarin, I watch that. I'm like, wow, he's speaking fluent Mandarin. But then other people like popped up and were like, actually, he's not. It sounds like kind of bad. I'm like, oh. So maybe he's just putting in a lot of effort for not a lot of effect.
Yeah.
And yeah, to answer
Yeah,
someone's
doing it with
question in the chat, I'm unable to see the new Tilda Swinton film because it's in person only. But I don't feel bad about it
Sold
because
out.
it's directed by Pitchapong with Sithrow, and I haven't liked a single one of his films. So I'll catch that at VIF or at home at some point.
Oh, I have the same birthday as Adam's favorite director, Kenneth Branagh.
Oh, my favorite.
You
Belfast sounds so
Definitely
corny.
your favorite.
Yeah.
I share a birthday with John Favreau and
Oh,
Michael
no.
Gambon.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Not
that is
John
unfortunate.
Favreau.
Not John Favreau.
Also,
I-
Joey Salads, apparently.
Oh,
Oh.
great.
Though I do share with Jordan Lithgow as well, from the
Okay.
looks of it as well. So
The very first person on this list is Raven Simone, though.
I don't know. who it is.
to be fair, I had to scroll
That's a
down a
Raven.
lot. I had to scroll down a lot to find
Oh.
those three guys. Like the very first person on my list was a person called Chris Catton, a comedian apparently.
No idea who he is.
Chris Kattan, I think, is the reference.
Oh, I've heard of
There we
that
go.
name, but I still don't
That must
remember who
be
they
it.
are.
The only famous person for me is
He's an
Mark
old
Wahlberg.
SNL regular.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, I've heard that.
I
name.
apparently I share a birthday with Roald Dahl and Tyler Perry.
Oh, those are like
Oh, doll, that's a good one.
polar opposites.
Does anybody? You know what the last words Roald Dahl ever said?
Oh, I saw that at some
Uh,
It
point.
was "ow fuck."
Really?
Oh, fuck.
What
Someone,
did he die
pricked a
from?
needle.
Getting crushed by a peak.
I think I don't know what it was, but someone pricked a needle, and that's what the reaction was from. I don't
Oh,
know how
wow.
he died.
Yo.
Someone should
Whenever
find
I
out what was in
read
that
that, I
needle.
just laugh.
He-
Ow.
I apparently share a birthday with Jack Black, Army Hammer, Leanne Rhymes, and Shania Twain, and David Fincher. That's
Damn.
cool.
You guys
You
doing
got
like a
all the good
website for the birthday
I've got
thing?
the
Yeah.
Castro and Hitchcock.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Can I,
Dionne Warwick.
can I swap David Fincher with John Favreau, please?
Oh, I share a birthday with
No,
James
he's
Franco,
mine.
the guy from regular show.
I was actually born on the day that George Harrison died. That's like
Oh,
what
fuck.
I say to every person.
You
I
can
meet is like,
also
"Oh, what's your-"
you
Bobby
can also search
Flay.
up. There's an interesting thing you can do if you just search on
Wait a
Google.
minute.
You can search up what movie was #1 in theaters when you were born. So I think mine's like a Steven
Ah.
Seagal movie. Actually, I think it's Out for Justice was the #1
Was
movie.
that
Yeah.
1980?
When I tried that, it said
Ed-
what was #1 at the like #1 song, and it was that 150 Cent song. Is it your birthday? Is that it?
Ed Wood died on my
That's
birthday.
weird.
Yeah. Is it like-
Oh, Return of the
Like,
Jedi.
Nice.
Mine was Toy Story 2.
Mine
the
was-
the top 5 movies that were like #1, that were like really high up on the box office charts when I was born are SWAT, Freddy vs. Jason, Open Range, the Freaky Friday remake, and Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl.
Very cool.
I have nothing.
I was Pleasantville.
Nice.
Mine was
But you
that-
did make us feel old, so congratulations, Board of Cinema.
Yeah.
Mine was Harry Potter.
Who's the oldest person
Pirates
here?
of the Caribbean.
I'm 30.
20.
38.
Oh,
Nice.
congratulations.
I'm 21.
What was the number one movie on your birthday?
Mine?
The 38-year-old Eric.
That would be Return of the Jedi.
Oh, Return of the Jedi. You said that. Okay.
86,
Wow.
right?
83.
Oh, right. Damn it. All right.
Yeah, this teaches me that Steven Seagal has actually had a movie that was number one in theaters. You know.
Yeah,
I love
for
how
me-
he runs.
He's just straight to DVD now.
Yeah, the only Steven Seagal movie I've ever seen is Under Siege, and it was fine, but like
I haven't seen a
it's kind
single
of
one.
forgettable overall. But
Same.
like considering how heavily the movie leans into him, being just an ordinary cook, but he can save the day. I was expecting a scene of him like whisking someone to death or like impaling someone with a spatula. Or like more creative deaths like that, but
No,
that
sounds like a
was-
Weird Al death.
How do you whisk someone to death?
That's too
It would be
imaginative for a
funny.
Steven Seagal movie.
Well,
Like-
every single time Seagal comes up, I feel like bringing up the story about him getting choked out by a martial artist and then shitting his pants.
Oh,
Was it John Carmack?
Hold on.
what's the context for that? Was he being an asshole or what?
Probably.
Yeah, I think he
Seagal.
was like
He's an asshole in
It was
general.
probably
Yeah,
his
he
fault.
was
trying
Seems
to
like one.
fight. I think he was like trying to fight this martial artist and then got choked out and pooped his pants.
Jean LaBelle, apparently.
Oh.
Jean LaBelle?
Yeah.
Was that the martial artist that beat him up, or?
Looks like that, yeah.
I'm really happy because like you'd almost expect Nicolas Cage's career to be like in the same trajectory as like Steven Seagal at this point, but he's doing a lot of legit stuff still.
He
Yeah.
tries. That's
He
the
like he
difference.
sells movies.
He puts 100%.
There's
Yeah,
like
you weren't
like
expecting
every
terribly
movie
good
he's
cares.
in. Well, not everyone, but like so many of them are ones where like almost nobody would be interested if he wasn't in it. You know, that Willy's Wonderland thing. Like if it wasn't Nick Cage, no one would have seen that.
I've watched that movie
Yeah,
next
He
with
is a
Nick Cage in
genre
it.
of actor all
I agree
himself.
because like the connections to that and Five Nights at Freddy's, people would want to like meme that or something or like make fun of it.
It did
Yeah,
get
maybe, I
memed.
don't know,
for,
but
like
Nick Cage sells it.
That game is such a joke,
it got memed for like 2 seconds and then everybody forgot because everyone forgot that movie exists.
Yeah.
What were you
Yeah.
saying
By
about
the
the
way,
Nick
please
Cage
don't
movie
watch
next?
Jujitsu.
Because
I
that's on my
mean,
watch
Jujitsu,
list and it
is
seems
that-
hilarious.
Yeah, you should probably do a commentary for that.
For next?
Anyway, I mean, I haven't seen it, but it looks really funny. And anyway,
I think I saw the trailer.
I saw that you weren't expecting Pig to be very good at all after
Well,
seeing the trailer.
I
but
mean,
you
the
were
trailer was
actually
kind of shit.
surprised by it.
It marketed
bad
itself as
trailer.
like kind of a John Wick thing when it really wasn't.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm.
Did anyone watch Free Guy?
Never.
Oh,
I will
God.
not watch that
It's
movie.
boring.
More
Not
like
yet.
expensive guy.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
apparently
if
it
people who
sucks
were
into-
excited for it don't even like it, then what the fuck am I gonna do? You know?
Yeah, apparently it
it's
just
like-
turns into a Disney spot the IP challenge during the last.
Oh, is it one
10
of those?
minutes.
It was
Yeah.
very derivative.
Does
Yeah,
anybody
Disney-
care
My
about spoilers? You can
grandparents-
spoil the whole thing for me if you want. Does anybody care
It
about
was-
spoilers
Spoil
for
it.
free?
I-
For free,
Not
guy?
really.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Go
my
ahead.
grandparents
Oh,
played
hey,
it,
I
they loved
watched
it,
it,
which
so-
immediately was like,
Why
yeah, no, I'm
Disney?
not looking forward to this.
Why Disney? I thought it was going to be like video game references from the posters.
who
Well,
owns that
again,
movie?
Disney owns Fox right now.
Oh, no.
So
Oh.
it's
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of
that's
inevitable.
right.
They're like have Captain America show up and like run.
Oh yeah, for like 2 seconds. It was
Like-
just a reference.
There's the-
So
there's
what
the-
happens in the movie? Can you spoil it,
So
or is it
Ryan-
just like, oh, he finds out and he's in a video game and then he sacrifices himself at the end, but then he survives the self-sacrifice? Is it one of
Pretty
those?
much.
Basically,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
it.
summed
That's
it
it.
up.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
literally
Cool.
it.
Wow. The whole
It's
movie.
basically
Is it
Souls.
written like one long fucking Family Guy episode?
Yeah.
If you, it's
Oh,
like,
it
if,
seems
if
like
you're a
it-
person
really-
who enjoys, if
the
you
way-
enjoy Deadpool's like
I
humor and stuff like
don't.
that, you'll enjoy this movie. But if you don't
Yeah.
enjoy that humor, then you won't enjoy it. It's
Exactly.
simple
Well,
as
I
that.
like
It's Ryan
some
Reynolds
of
just being
Deadpool's
Deadpool throughout
humor,
the
but
whole
it's
movie.
very hit or miss
That's
for
what
me.
I would have expected.
the way
It's
they
literally
like
just Ryan
he
Reynolds being
finds
Deadpool.
out he's in a video game world is he puts on glasses, and I'm thinking this is exactly like They Live. It's
Yeah,
like,
I was just
Oh, really?
exactly the same.
That's annoying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It really just seems like the
and
Lego.
like
movie.
Tron too, because like they're because those the two people in the real world are trying to find evidence that the other Taika Waititi stole their video game idea, and that's exactly the plot of Tron.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's so lame.
To be fair,
Stole
Taika
their
Waititi
video
was actually
game
pretty decent in the
idea.
movie.
He was like, all right. He was
Taika Waititi actually put full 100% into the movie, which I really enjoyed. Like everyone else pretty much phoned in apart from Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds was really good in the movie just for Deadpool humor, but if you don't enjoy that humor, then don't bother with this movie.
I don't know if I've
It's
ever
literally just
loved
that
Ryan
whole
Reynolds
movie.
in a movie. I don't know if I've ever been
You
like,
like
yeah,
him
that
in
was an amazing
personality
performance.
You
is
liked
too
him in-
smug that I just
Sorry.
can't like. He's just annoying.
I think he
Yeah,
does a
you
good
liked him
job
in
the-
Mississippi Grind.
Yeah, I did. You're right. Thank you.
I think he
They
did-
Live is not as well known as one would assume.
I'll be right back. I need to grab something. Hold on.
Yeah, and then Duke
That's fine.
Nukem just stole the line from They Live, and it's just like everybody just associates it with Duke Nukem now. It's like, no, it's Roddy Piper. It's
What's
like-
the line? Oh, I'm all out of.
I came here
time
to
to
chew
kick ass,
bubblegum and
and
kick
I'm all-
ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Yeah.
The time.
I honestly think that Ryan Reynolds did a great job in the film Buried. Like that was a really good movie.
Buried. I have heard of
that?
it.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It's like a buried
That's
alive
something
thriller. He like wakes
Oh,
up
I
in
know
a
what that is.
coffin or
Oh,
something.
buried.
And he has
I thought
to
you
like
said
get
Barry.
out.
Like
Yeah,
In
I
a-
thought you did too, but then
Wait,
I
did I say-
figured it out.
Buried? Wait, what did you think I said again?
I thought you said Barry like the name Barry.
Barry Lyndon.
Oh, the Bill. No, the Bill.
Buried.
Oh no.
I think that Ryan Reynolds just basically just realized that he can make a lot of money by just being Deadpool in all of his movies. Like he tried to be
Yeah.
a normal person in life, which wasn't a very good movie anyway. But he just realized that if he just beats Deadpool in all of his movies, he's just going to make money because that humors all of the normies. So and all
I'm
the
sure
normies
that's
will
what-
pay all the money. So you know,
I'm sure that's what the studios want too. They're like, hey, this works. Do it again and again and again and again.
exactly. Do that until
Yeah.
you're dead, basically, Ryan. That's all you're gonna do now.
Oh,
It's
you're
just-
Yeah,
buried.
like
It is
even if
happy brothers
Deadpool
together
is
to do something.
enjoyable, even if Deadpool is enjoyable as like a fun R-rated gore type thing, I'm still not sure if I'd really like that sense of humor.
Deadpool is it's like Deadpool's definitely designed as a movie for the comic book fans who have actually read the comic books and so on and understand that type of
Yeah.
humor. That's what it's for, and that's what all the comic book is like movies are for. They're for the comic book fans.
Yeah, I actually remember
Ideally,
my,
no.
Funny, I've heard the opposite so
Ideally.
many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember my dad being out of town and he watched Deadpool with a friend and he loved it and all that, and I'm still not sure if I'd really like it because, you know, again, I appreciate the fact that like Marvel's actually doing like R-rated stuff instead of just safe.
I've
Like,
just forgotten most
PG-13
about everything
schlock,
about Deadpool. Both of them.
It's like the thing is that it wasn't part of Marvel at that point. It's still part of Fox. So that was before the merger and so on. So Fox were trying to find new ways to actually improve the X-Men universe, and that's why they tried the New Mutants movie. That was the question I wanted to ask you, Adam. Did you actually watch the New Mutants
No.
movie?
Yeah,
Because I can't
nobody
find any
watched
review
that.
about it.
No.
Like,
Well, I didn't. No.
Yeah.
It seemed. I don't remember. It seemed like a waste of time.
I
Yeah,
watched it a couple of days ago, and yeah, like because I thought it was coming out this year. Then I realized it came out last year,
like
and I was like, okay.
It
disappears
came out like
really
the
quickly.
same time Tenet came out.
Yeah, it just
Literally,
kept
and
getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back forever because they needed to do these reshoots and these reshoots and like edit this and edit that.
Yeah,
And,
like at one
when
point,
the
Mr. Miss.
and when it finally came out, nobody watched it.
No studio faith.
No.
Like at one
Yeah.
point, Mr. Sinister was supposed to be in it.
Adam,
Like John. Hamm
Apparently,
was gonna
some
play
people were
Mr.
excited
Sinister.
for it at some point. I don't know what there
It was
to be excited
because
for.
I think it was mainly because it was definitely going to be better than Dark Phoenix because Dark Phoenix
Oh,
was
yeah.
going to be a bullshit of a piece of movie.
Okay.
That was
That was-
absolutely terrible. Dark Phoenix was terrible. So when they saw New Mutants, they were like, oh, okay, it's carrying on basically from Logan because Logan was
Okay.
introducing these like younger mutants and so on. But yeah, like it just kept being pushed back and pushed
Logan was
back.
decent.
And The CGI in this movie was terrible. Really
Is it at least
bad.
funny?
It looked like
Should I watch it?
It's funny. Yeah, bad acting wise, it's definitely funny to watch.
Okay.
It's
Sorry for the genre jump. Did you guys see Fear Street? I'm curious.
Oh, that looked
No.
The
boring.
Fear Street films?
No,
I haven't watched
have
those yet.
zero interest.
It was
tried,
it was a potential thing we could have watched for the podcast, but then there were other important things, and then I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to watch 3 movies just to watch this. I don't know. It's on my watch list. I'll check it out at some point. I'm
Like,
not
I'd only
rushing
ever
towards
watch
it.
those movies if you were to do like a commentary over them, but at the same time, I'm not sure if
Why?
they're funny
I don't know
enough
why I would.
to warrant that.
They were boring. I thought it was pretty
They were
boring.
boring?
I got halfway through the first one, and I couldn't take it anymore. Like cheesy, like not at all scary in any way.
Yeah,
Or
it's weird
villain.
because this is like R.L. Stein making something for adults now,
Yeah.
but it's like I don't know how much.
It didn't feel any different than his.
But it's still like intended for like teens and like
Definitely.
adolescent.
rated R,
audiences,
but
even though
intended
it
for
is
teens?
Rated R. Yeah, it's like Freaky all over again, basically.
Freaky was PG-13.
Well,
They
it's-
said,
if it's
well,
if
no,
it-
it wasn't. It was rated R.
Are you sure? Let's see.
Yeah, there's a
Yes,
there's a
I'm
sex scene in
absolutely
it.
sure.
Yeah, you're right.
You literally
You're right.
said that in your review.
Okay,
if
sorry.
they're
I forgot.
making if they made Fear Street rated R, it's on Netflix anyway, so anybody could watch it. Even like 10-year-olds could watch it because it's just on Netflix. So
Yeah,
that's why it's on Netflix. It's like
That's kinda
a much
funny.
more of a wider audience.
It seems like a really PG-13-ish R, not
Yeah.
because it's like a milder R, but because it's
That's
aimed
so
at younger
weird.
audiences.
You talking about Fear Street?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm betting the only reason it's even R in the first place is so Netflix could be like, see, we're not making baby movies. These
Yeah.
aren't your parents' horror movies. We're not
Mhm.
like,
Maybe.
we're not PG-13 these movies. These are dangerous and edgy.
I don't know.
Yeah, I wanted to. Like
Netflix, you're not fooling anybody after Bird Box. I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah, I wonder what the percentage of like Netflix accounts are that actually have parental controls enabled to like not have R-rated films on it.
I
I
mean,
bet
a
it's
lot
very
of the
few.
parents, a lot of parents would just
mean-
basically make sure the kids will use the kids' account because the kids' account is immediately
yeah.
installed onto everybody's account. So basically, they'll just go, right, you use this account, you don't use any other account.
Okay.
But there's no passwords to stop them from using it all.
True.
Yeah, no.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Are you even
dumb.
allowed to do passwords for your Netflix account?
No,
No.
there's
Oh,
no
Yeah, that's kind of
passwords for the-
funny,
for the-
actually.
Yeah.
there's-
And
so you
I've
can just
seen,
log
like,
in and
Yeah.
then you could just basically go, I'm going to be my
Yeah.
dad. And
As
then
soon
just
as
watch
they're
all
old
the
enough to
movies on
figure
there.
out how
That's
to like
true.
change the account, then they can just watch.
Yeah,
whatever they want.
exactly.
I mean,
It's
Saul's
especially
on-
dumb since I've seen like NC-17 rated movies like Blue is the warmest color on Netflix, and you don't have to like type in any password
Is
to
that
watch
on
them.
Netflix?
You just I know it was
What
on
the-
Netflix at one point. You just click
Yeah.
play and
Different
it's
regions
on.
have different selections. So.
Yeah.
So like it was like no difference.
Did anybody see
Just the-
Annette?
It was fucking bad.
No.
Yeah, I'm not
Everyone's
expecting
been
it to be
saying-
good. I've like I've
Yeah, I've heard
avoided
good
it.
Been saying,
Okay,
sorry.
can I rant for a second about this
Yeah,
movie?
sure, please.
Yeah.
Go for it, go for
Okay,
it.
Do
so
it.
once again, Adam Driver carries this movie. I can't remember the name of the leading lady, but she got no chance to shine. It
Marion
kinda just
Cotillard.
goes-
Yeah.
Yeah. Like she was good, but she had no chance to shine. All the production was really good in this movie, but the songs were so fucking bad. Like the instrumentals
Yeah.
could have been good,
There
but
was
the lyrics were stupid and
There was
repetitive.
there was
Yeah, it
one
seems
musical
very
section
repetitive.
in Holy Motors, and it was awful. So I couldn't imagine that a movie with more songs in it would be good.
Yeah,
for the
and
same
it's just
director.
Yeah.
a lot of
I
it
mean,
felt
the-
like just a combination of The Wall and Tommy. If you guys have seen that one,
Tommy?
Like, I don't even like. Yeah, the music, the rock
Who.
opera by the Who.
Wait,
Yeah,
so Annette's a rock
Okay.
opera?
it's a musical, but it might as well be called a rock opera because that's what it's trying to be.
Yeah, that's
Like
Yeah,
Sparks did the music for that, and honestly, I expected so much more out of them.
Sparks did the
and it's
music
just-
for Annette.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
they wrote the thing.
That's
Like
kind of funny.
honestly, this would have just fit so. Like, I'm sorry if I'm getting loud.
Oh,
but
I don't
this
mind.
movie
Please rant.
annoyed the fuck out of me.
It's funny.
Yeah,
Do
it's
it.
just it was 2.5 hours long.
Oh,
Like, first of all,
God.
what the fuck? Secondly, The Wall, which is like so controversial because of the length of the album, and that was only an hour and a half long movie.
Mhm.
Yet that was so much better.
Yeah,
Like,
this
if
seems
this
like a
movie
chore.
came out, if this movie came out like in the time of those other rock operas, it would have fit a whole lot better, but it still wouldn't have been good.
Is it
Because-
better than Doug Walker's The Wall?
Okay, let's not get crazy.
It's just
Can you even count that as a movie?
it's so
Yeah, it's
weird
just-
because this like
review.
this
Is it so-
bizarre like I have to assume it's a non-traditional narrative structure because that's what this guy likes to do. But this bizarre
Yeah,
like
I've-
Leo Carax movie or however you pronounce his name, it's crazy that like a lot of general audience members are seeing this because it has Adam Driver in it now. It's like just people that I never
Yeah.
would have expected to watch a film from this director ever. And I've seen enough movies from this director. Like I don't know. I'd be interested in checking out some of his older catalog to see just, you know, what started his reputability, I guess. But his recent
Mhm.
stuff, like Holy Motors and the segment he did in Tokyo, was just so bad. I like Tokyo. He honestly almost ruined the movie Tokyo. It's a 3 director movie. It's got this guy Leo Carax and Michel Gondry and Bong Joon-ho, and the other 2
Ooh.
segments are like actually great. Like they're really good and memorable. And then Leo's
Was it
is
a
just
vignette
like it
thing?
just fucking drags it down so hard and is so annoying and
Mhm.
so pretentious. And just the most irritating thing ever. And if
Yeah.
you've seen both Tokyo and Holy Motors, then you understand that he literally just recycled like the entire thing that he did in Tokyo, he just put like 20 minutes of that in Holy Motors. Not like
Yeah.
the exact same shots, like literally just copied and pasted through editing, but he just did the same thing again. And it's like, what a waste of time. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, Armin White loved in it, so it must be good.
Of course he
Of
did.
course he did.
Well, Lovers
Can
on
we
the
just
Bridge is on
confirm
my
that this
watch
was
list,
a-
so I'll watch that. That's the point. Sorry,
Can we
what
just
were you
confirm that
Yeah.
this was a 2.5-hour musical with Adam Driver? Does Adam Driver sing in this?
Yeah,
gonna- supposedly?
He does,
Ooh,
and he's
okay.
actually decent. Like
Non job.
great
Okay.
in this movie.
Fair play, fair enough.
Apparently, we got to see Adam Driver's house.
I'm gonna mute the keyboard, sorry.
Damn, what'd you eat?
No. All right.
Do you mind if I spoil like a tiny thing about this movie?
Annette?
It's not so tiny, but do you mind? Yeah.
Does anybody else mind? That'll be the real question.
I don't care.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I don't
It's
really
not my
care,
movie,
honestly.
so-
Okay,
I'm
so
not gonna bother watching it.
fair enough. So I hate using this word, but this movie did feel pretentious. Like it really did.
That's
like
what
it
his
felt
other
it was
movies felt
being-
like.
Yeah, it thought it was being so fucking smart. Like Annette is like basically the 2 main characters' kid, and she's a marionette. Get
Yeah.
it? Because her name is Annette.
Yeah.
Get it? Get it? Get it?
Ah,
And then
Oh, it's just
it's
like,
like-
AI artificial intelligence almost, in which,
Yeah, it's
oh,
like-
it's not a real kid, but it wants to be a real kid. That's what I've
And
heard
it's-
about it.
it's a super on the nose metaphor for how parents like to make their kids what they want them to be.
Oh, they're trying to
kids
shape
are
them into
impressionable.
something.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Yeah, I've
Sorry.
heard people like praising it for like being super weird and out there simply because of like the marionette part, I
Oh,
guess.
shit. The poster on IMDb says coming
Mm.
soon to theaters, August 20th, Prime Video. Does that mean it's on Prime Video already?
Yeah,
Because if
you
I
didn't
can
know
watch
that?
it
I
without
noticed
the
it on
hassle of being
Prime. It's on
stuck in
Prime
a
now.
theater and being able to skip through it, then I'll watch it. If I can skip
Yeah.
through it, then I'll
Yeah.
watch it.
It's if it's on Amazon Prime already, that explains why its box office is only 2.6 million against a budget of
Yeah.
15.5 million. Mad. So I was like, what is this? This movie's just made nothing in the box office, and that's why, because it's just been put onto Amazon Prime as quickly as possible. That's
Yeah,
So
mad.
it's a fucking art house
Jeffrey.
movie.
Jeffrey Bay.
Oh, yeah,
Okay, yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's available digitally. I might check that out later.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
watch it. I think it might be good.
I'm not
We'll
expecting
see.
to enjoy it. I'm expecting to be irritated.
To be
Yeah,
fair, I'm
I
not
watched the
familiar
trailer.
with Leo Carax, but
Yeah.
yeah, I've heard people say good things about it. So
I mean, people said good things about his other movies that I hated, so.
Yeah, everyone loves Holy
each his own.
Motors, and like you're the only guy who I've heard like say anything bad about it, pretty much.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Talking about good movies, can I make a confession, Adam?
Yes.
You know the Suicide Squad movie from 2016 by David Ayer?
That wasn't the Suicide Squad movie. It was just Suicide Squad.
Just Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad.
I have a confession to make. I liked that movie
Yeah.
until recently when I rewatched it, and I absolutely hated it. And now I completely agree with you. It's a piece of shit movie.
Okay.
And I was really annoyed when I watched your review about it, and I was just like, I'm gonna unsub for this guy. I can't stand this guy. I wasn't gonna post anything or anything.
Okay.
But like, I've now rewatched it, and I was like, yeah, this movie's absolute dog shit. Like, it's absolutely terrible. And then I've now seen the Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah.
And that movie's like a 7 out of 10 for me. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a really, really good movie.
What did you like about the first Suicide Squad film when you watched it the first time?
I think it was mainly because I think it was because I was young and I liked the humor from it, even though the humor is non-existent.
Oh, how old were you when you watched it the first time?
2016, I was 17, 18.
Okay.
I was a very dumb
okay.
17, 18-year-old.
Okay.
But like, I also really liked Joker in it, and I've always stood by the fact that I liked Jared Leto's
He was the
Joker,
funniest part of the
personally.
movie, so.
He was the funniest part of the movie after rewatching it, especially that. I was about to mention what is up with that scene. That scene is the worst scene out of the whole movie, but the best scene as well. Literally. I mean, that's what Jared Leto wants. Jared Leto wants that movie to be released.
Yeah, release the Ayer cut.
15, 20. Ayer cut, please. I want to see this movie.
Yeah, I've like heard.
Like the Joker, it's
Jared
just an
Leto.
idea.
I've heard things about Jared Leto being incredibly obnoxious and bizarre, like on the set of Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah, he sent a rat.
I think that was
a
all
live rat to
marketing.
Harley Quinn. He sent a live rat to Harley Quinn. Apparently, sent like used condoms and stuff like that to the rest.
Yeah,
of the
it's
cast.
all just a bunch
No,
of
he said,
fucking like bullshit Mad Lad pranks. Like, okay.
Epic.
Sounds like a
he was-
dead pig and anal beads. That's what I heard.
He was trying. It's like, again, he was trying to basically copy what Heath Ledger did on Dark Knight. 'Cause apparently, Heath Ledger did kind of the same thing, but better, obviously. 'Cause it was Heath
Yeah,
Ledger.
but there's a difference
like-
between like just getting into the character and then like trying
Freaking
way
out
too
your
hard
cast.
to tell everybody else that
Yeah.
you're getting into the character.
Yeah, Heath
Because it
Ledger.
seems so
then-
insincere with Jared Leto, with how many like articles there were about it and shit. You know, it just like this is just promotion. You know.
Yeah,
I guess,
exactly. Like
yeah.
Heath Ledger didn't bring other people into his like method, right? Into his
I have
method
no idea.
acting.
Yeah,
Well,
did
I
he like
think-
lock himself in a room? Is that what
Yeah,
he said?
exactly. But he didn't like
It's-
annoy other people.
I don't think he's
Get
like.
into the
I don't-
character.
I think he did send like notes and stuff like that, creepy notes to his co-cast, just basically show that he was getting into character and so on. But he didn't go as far as sending used condoms.
Well,
and stuff
I knew he had
that
like
to
a
the
journal.
co-cast. Like, he had a
Used
journal
condoms.
which he wrote everything in, which has now been released recently. But like,
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Heath Ledger was a lot better at getting into character than Jared Leto, because I think Jared Leto is also riding on the coattails that he won an Oscar, so he's basically just going to
True.
go, I'm going to go overboard for everything I'm going to do now. But to be fair, it's like I can't remember, was he any good in Blade Runner 2049?
I
He
mean,
was.
he,
I like
he
him.
didn't
He was,
need
but,
to
like,
be
yeah.
like he fulfilled his purpose. He wasn't.
What
He
was
didn't have a.
He
huge
wasn't
role.
brilliant, but he fulfilled his purpose in that.
Yeah,
Sure.
he
What was
suited
he
the
wearing?
role well.
He wasn't so out of place. Like if you watch the movie and you have like a hatred for Jared Leto, like a hate boner for him, then it might take you out of the movie for that scene. But it's not even like a super significant character or scene anyway. So
Yeah. What if
I mean,
of Blade Runner 2049 is that he's playing like a pretentious, like a god complex asshole, and that's
True.
Jared
Yeah.
Leto. So,
That's
He
Jared
even
Leto in a
looks like
nutshell.
Yeah, and
Jared
like,
Leto, I do have a soft spot for Jared Leto because I'm a fan of 30 Seconds to Mars. Like, I've been a fan of their music for years and years. I've got a tattoo of them, for God's sake. So, like,
I like
but now
fucking
I'm a lot
Requiem
more
for a Dream. I don't
judgmental.
think he's like an awful. I don't have a hate boner
Oh,
for him.
no, of
I think
course
that he's
not.
cringe a lot of the times, but whatever.
When
Like
with
yeah,
the
he's-
with the right director, he's good.
Yeah, Requiem
Like,
for a Dream is awesome. I
he-
can
I mean,
take
it's
that
like,
movie
you
and just like
can't-
so unironically, you know, just like I don't have
you can't
to.
really deny that you can't say
Yeah,
he's a bad
great.
actor because he's got an Oscar for it. But again, that's
I
it depends on the
mean,
judgment of the Oscars. It depends on the judgment of the Oscars.
Tyler Perry
like-
just won an Oscar for being a nice person. So
Wait, what? Really?
What?
For
Really?
giving a homeless woman shoes or something. It was the humanitarian
Oh, for
award,
God's
Gene Herschel thing.
Oh.
Oh yeah, did you see his speech? Like the Oscars, like that was controversial, I guess, because he was like, "Oh, don't judge cops" or something.
I don't know. I don't
I
care
just
what he
just
said.
wait for your watch through of the Oscars.
Yeah,
for
that'll be
Adam, I
coming
don't-
soon.
I
It's
don't
almost
watch
done.
Great.
Sorry about the wait.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we've got to go over another.
I'm looking forward to
edit.
that.
When I watched your the Suicide Squad review, and you mentioned the girl with the rats and how if she had lived in Alberta, then her
Yeah.
powers wouldn't have worked. That reminded me of this like behind the scenes featurette for the film Ratatouille,
Oh,
where
no.
like Remy is like a documentary about him explaining the history of rats, and at one point he does mention how like you can find rats everywhere in the world except Alberta. And then it's this
That's
like
funny.
animation of like a goalie like shooting rats away from Alberta on the map.
Yeah.
That reminded me of
That's
that.
cool.
Mentioning that
remember
in the
that.
review.
I have fond
Ratatouille
memories
was
of
a
that.
really good movie, especially for that
I don't
like
remember
ending
that.
scene at the end. That was really good.
Best Pixar. Donate.
When
Oh, yeah.
Pixar was actually
Oh,
good
yeah.
and actually cared.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, did you see the trailer for Red Panda, Adam?
I saw the
Oh,
teaser.
really?
Is there a bigger trailer out?
No, I was just referring to the teaser.
Yeah, I saw it. I'm not disgusted or intrigued. It's there, and we'll see what it is. I don't know.
It just exists.
Yeah.
That's all it is. when it
Set
comes
in
to Pixar now.
Ontario now.
Yeah,
Toronto
it seems
specifically, right?
inoffensive. I
Sorry?
Hopefully.
guess.
What were you saying?
It seems inoffensive.
I don't
guess.
know. It's just a teaser. They could reveal more footage,
Yeah.
and it could be fucking awful. I don't know.
really-
We
yeah, it could be really
you
terrible.
barely see anything in
Yeah.
what they've released.
Gonna become offensive.
Question is, I don't think it's going to be worse than Good Dinosaur because nothing could be worse than Good Dinosaur in Pixar.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
in Pixar's catalog.
That was
of
a
movies,
sad
Not even
like,
Cars 2?
Instance.
And Cars 3, I think, is the worst one.
At least Cars 2 was funny in
Cars,
some
Cars 3
areas.
wasn't terrible, I thought.
Yeah,
Cars
Good
3 was better than
Dinosaur
Cars
was like
2.
pretty unwatchable.
I'm glad
Yeah,
I've never
good
seen
toss.
any of these.
Yeah,
Nate hasn't
um,
seen a single Pixar movie.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't remember much about the Good Dinosaur, like other than I fell asleep halfway through, and I've never fallen asleep during a movie.
Yeah, it is kind of one
That's
of
funny.
those.
Wasn't Good Dinosaur just a tech demo technically? Oh no, that was a dinosaur one from 2000. Never
Oh
mind.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even that
remember
was
that.
a
It
more
basically
competent
was a
movie
tech
than the
demo.
Good
The
Dinosaur.
Good
Both tech
Dinosaur.
demos.
The Good Dinosaur was a feature-length film.
Yeah, sadly.
Sadly.
Apparently.
Luke, you've never seen any Pixar at all? Do you just not like Joy, or what's the?
No, I've seen all those things.
I was
Most
saying
of them.
Scoot has
I haven't
never
seen
seen a
Luca.
single Pixar.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
I haven't
sorry,
seen-
Pixar.
Oh yeah.
The only movie I haven't seen by Pixar is Luca. Yeah, and to be fair, when I listened to your podcast and saw Donacast about it, I just didn't want to watch it. I don't want to waste my time. Like,
Yeah,
I'll happily waste
You
my time on
watched-
other movies, but that movie just it didn't seem like it was.
there's nothing
all
sincere
redeeming
about
or
Pixar
anything.
anymore.
Mm.
Everything just feels way too like cynical and like corporatized.
Well, again, they're just remaking everything at this
Yeah,
point
I-
in time. Like,
I-
I mean, they've got 5 superhero movies coming out in the next 6 months. Like,
Pixar?
it's
Pixar or
unbelievable.
It's not a
Disney?
bad thing though.
Pixar feels
Pixar or
like
Disney
just
has superhero movies coming out.
Disney in
Disney,
general.
okay, I
Like,
was like, what?
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like Disney they've got Shang-Chi and Venom
Christ.
coming out. No, sorry, Venom's Sony, sorry. Yeah, they've got Shang-Chi coming out this month. They've got what's the other one? Eternals in October. They've got Spider-Man in December, and they've then got Morbius is again another Sony one. That's in January, apparently. But there's literally no more trailers for Morbius at the moment, which makes me worried that Morbius will not be coming out anytime soon.
So
Do you
is
think,
Shang-Chi like another just like this one's for China movie or what?
I think it's basically,
Oh.
from the looks of it, it's a
Probably.
lot of that sort of imagery and stuff. That it's a very colourful looking movie, which is why I'm really interested in looking at it. It's a lot more
Apparently
colourful
action's
than most
pretty
movies.
I guess I haven't seen a trailer. Maybe I'll poke at it.
I'll be surprised. I'm
Apparently,
surprised you haven't seen one. Every single cinema I've been to, they have shown that. I went to see the.
I've mostly been
Candyman,
watching
and they
movies at
showed
home.
the Shang-Chi.
The two movies
of
I've seen
course.
in theaters in the past year, I guess, but very recently also, were Old and Pig. Those are the only movies I've seen in theaters all year.
I'm waiting
I've
for your old
seen
review.
Space
I'm really,
Jam
really
2
looking forward to that
and
review.
Free Guy. So
I've only seen Pig.
great start.
Space Jam 2 ruined my life.
Oh god.
Or what?
Yeah,
Did
that
it
one's,
rape your
Glad to
childhood?
avoid it.
I work
No,
at
it was
so I
just-
can't not.
It was actually the worst movie I've ever seen. It's like obviously there's shit like the Birdemic, but I don't count those. I'm talking about like
Yeah,
big
I-
like
At
studio stuff.
least the Birdemic is as good as it's bad. It's
Yeah,
good movie.
it's hysterical.
Like, Space
It's
Jam
hysterical.
is not.
Space Jam.
Not that.
There's a
was
special kind
unwatchable.
of like inability to enjoy movies that are trying to be funny but aren't for me. You know, like bad
Yeah.
bad dramas are funny. Bad horror movies are funny.
yeah.
Bad
Oh,
comedies
yeah.
are not funny. Right?
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
so,
no.
so I
So-
guess that's why we don't have an Adam and Pals for like Norbit or like
Yeah, what the
Jack
fuck
and
are we gonna do?
Jill.
Just cringe the entire time? Just groan? Like what?
Yeah.
I want to have fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Sometimes it's
exactly.
fun.
You want to have
I
fun.
mean,
It's fun for us.
I've seen
No.
rare examples of something being like funny because it's not funny.
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
like funny because it's not funny in terms of comedy. Only works when it's like there's a hint of self-awareness. You know?
Yeah.
It's unlike Adam. It's like Adam Sandler movies have no self-awareness of the fact
Yeah.
they're terrible at all.
Yeah.
Like, some
literally
people-
every single Adam.
Sorry, go for it.
Yes.
I didn't mean to.
So it's like some people, yeah, as I was about to say, some people like those movies, but I really don't like them. Like I know a couple of my mates love the grown-up movies. I absolutely detest them.
Ironically
I
or
cannot stand
unironically?
the grown-up movies. No, they love them. They
Okay.
actually love them. They think they're the best. That's some of the best comedy movies of all time.
Yeah,
I've
'cause
actually
there's-
gone, are you sure about this? And
There's
they're
like a
"Yeah,
good
it's
amount
the
of
best
people
movie."
that are able to enjoy bad comedies in the same way that I enjoy bad other movies. You know, there's some
Yeah.
people that are able to look at like a joke failing and laugh because the joke failed. But for me, it's just like I
Yeah.
can't.
Mhm.
It's in except
Just
I don't
like,
know. There might
really?
be like special circumstances or something, but in general, like I'm never gonna watch Norbit. I'm never gonna watch The Love Guru. You know, I'm never gonna watch Jack and Jill.
Mm.
I'm never gonna watch
Yeah, those all movies.
fucking
I've not
Grown Ups
watched those
2
either.
or
The
Paul
fabled
Blart.
Dunkachino.
Don't
Or
waste your
Grown-Ups
time.
Gonna
one.
miss that.
So Dunkachino was from what movie? It was in the Grown Ups movie?
Jack and Jill.
Jack
No,
and
Jack
Jack
and
and Jill.
Jill.
Jack and Jill. Okay.
It's
Oh.
stupid. It's
But the whole movie.
See,
is
that's
about
like kind of
needing to get Al
ironically
Pacino
funny,
for an
and I
ad.
thought that
Yeah,
was
to
like a
be
real
fair,
ad.
to be
but-
fair, that was supposed to be like kind of like they were a bit self-aware with that scene.
Yeah, because that's if that's an ad within a film, then theoretically that's the ad's supposed to be stupid, right?
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
A fake ad in a film. But you know, I guess it got its money's worth because it's probably a real ad anyway.
That's the thing. All these monies make movie because normies will go and see them.
All these
there
monies
is a
make movie?
massive. Normies love movies like Adam Sandler movies because they will just laugh at every
I mean,
single
he
joke that
got
comes
the
out of them,
fucking
like
contract with Netflix.
Wasn't
Yeah,
he
I
on
mean, like-
Survivor? Like one of
Also,
That's
he
why
didn't
I
win an
was like-
Oscar, so now he has to make bad movies as
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
as
basically.
per
Yeah.
his threat.
Yeah, audiences really didn't like Uncut Gems, mainly because I guess they were just expecting just another Adam Sandler movie, but they
Yeah,
didn't get that, so
I don't
they
know.
got
yeah,
mad.
instead of
Same thing
Kevin
happened with
Garnett, it
Punch
should have been
Drunk
Chris
Love.
Rock or something.
Punch Drunk Love has like a D- on like Cinema Score.
Well, if you
I
have
am not
any faith in
joking.
Cinema Score, then like I don't.
I
even know what to
don't,
say.
but I still found that really funny.
The Legend of the Ten Rings.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
it. Shang-Chi:
first
Legend of the Ten
Stones,
Rings.
and now it's Rings.
Okay.
It's
Sonic
Oh, and
Candy.
And
it
is
looks
this,
really
this is
pretty
the
colorful.
fucking
It's a very-
Nomadland director?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, that's
You think
Eternals.
Chloe
Oh,
Zhao?
that's Eternals?
won-
Well, who directed this shit?
Yeah.
No, Chloe Zhao's directing Eternals.
Okay.
Oh,
And some other Asian dude is directing Shang-Chi.
Okay.
I'm looking on Cinema Score now, and Boss Baby Family Business has an A.
Of course it does. Because they interviewed the
Yeah.
On the
baby.
front page.
It's not
after
even
the movie.
surprising. Of course they
Shang-
would.
Because it's
And
Citizen
so does
Kane,
Free
obviously.
Guy, and like Jungle Cruise has an A-. the Paw Patrol movie and Peter Rabbit 2 also have
I
an
can't
A
hear
minus.
Paw Patrol without thinking like Papa Troll.
Papa.
Yeah, like a dad troll.
Papa
I can't hear the
Troll.
word Paw Patrol.
You ever seen the movie Troll in Central Park?
Yeah, that's a nostalgic one for me, even though it's not very good.
It's nostalgic in the same way that like Where Back is, if you've ever seen.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
movie.
because they're things I watched as a child. Yeah, that kind of.
That works.
nostalgia.
Shang-Chi is being directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, who did
Yeah.
Short Term 12, Glass Castle, and Just Mercy.
People were
is his
so
most-
crazy about Short Term 12 when it was out. I thought it was fine. So it's one of those. I wasn't.
Again,
like,
it's just,
wasn't
again,
big
I
about
think
it.
it's another Marvel movie, so they're just putting a director on it because they need to put a director on it. So like, it's not going to be like
Yeah.
a James Gunn movie
I
where
never
James Gunn had
expected-
full writing and directing over it.
Because
So
before Marvel, there wasn't this much of a clear path or revolving door from like indie movies into like gigantic studio movies. But like Marvel's really just like scooping up like a bunch of like
All the-
directors that had
I mean,
made
Ang
like
Lee did the
one
Hulk movie.
one project that was like relatively successful, and then all of a sudden like bam, fucking John Watts. Like what did he did? Clown. Like
Cop Car.
Cop Car and
Like
Clown,
Ang Lee,
and then they just scoop him up like you're a Spider-Man director now. He's like,
Yeah, because
yes,
they see the
daddies."
movies and they're like, "You're competent. Make this movie."
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I
as long as
mean-
you can prove that you've made a movie, then they'll hire you.
Well, it was like there was that interview with Taika Waititi where he's like he got asked like, how do you get to do these movies? He basically just went, I do one for them, I get to do one for myself.
Yeah.
So I think that's basically what these indie directors are getting as a deal. Is
Except John
basically,
Watts
like,
just
as long
only
as, like-
doing Spider-Man now. I don't know if he's
Basically.
I don't know if he's ever gonna do a like a
Passion
smaller
project.
budget film ever.
He's
again.
just gonna cruise. He just make money. Like fair play.
Well, he's
fair
doing
enough.
the next Fantastic
Like,
Four as well. So
Oh, is he?
Wait,
John
there's another
Watts?
Fantastic
God.
Four
Oh my
movie.
god.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
There's like
Really?
another Fantastic Four movie.
Are they gonna make it like R-rated?
I thought they were done with that.
They're gonna make it
That would
R-rated
be
just
funny.
because.
well, now it might be good now because Marvel has full control and not Fox. So
You can't
Yeah.
just say like, oh, because Fox doesn't got any control of it now, it's gonna be fine. Because again, I just don't know.
I mean, if
Again,
Marvel
it's-
cares about it, it'll happen. Marvel's
yeah,
pretty
because
good.
Marvel at least understands why the Fantastic Four works.
They have
Fox-
some organizational
knows.
skills at
Kevin
Marvel.
Feige
Yeah.
knows. Like
I
Kevin
don't-
Feige was on the sets of all of those movies and basically saw what worked and what didn't. That's why he's been able to be the main guy for all.
Fan
those
Four
movies
Stick
now.
was such a silly movie.
It's a funny
What?
movie.
I mean,
love
Disney-
that movie. Unironically.
Yeah, I could fucking watch that
I mean,
again.
Disney, in a way, already had Fantastic Four and The Incredibles, and it was much better than any other
Yeah,
Fantastic Four movie.
whatever.
Yeah, but you suggesting they're gonna put the Incredibles into the MCU? That'll be really funny to see.
Oh, in like a live action Incredibles.
Oh no.
I don't think I want
Fucking
to see a live
Josh
action
Trank.
Pixar movie because again, they're already making live action Disney movies. They don't need to do live action Pixar movies.
Once they get to the live action Pixar movies,
Well,
that's
If
oh my god.
if
You know, I think
Incredibles
it's
goes live
crazy
action,
that anybody gave Josh Trank any money to make a movie after Fan Four Stick.
Oh, God.
He only made one movie after
what
Capone.
movies has he done since
Just
then? Has he actually
Capone.
made all
Just
movies?
Capone. That's it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
Capone
but
was-
that alone is shocking to me. That
Yeah.
so,
Yeah,
that he, that a
that's-
producer
Yeah.
gave him money to make a movie.
Yeah, because he's
Did
been
anybody even watch
loose cannon, I
Capone?
guess. Because after he like that public statement after Fan Four Stick, it's like why would
Oh, yeah,
any
he basically
studio want to
shit-talked
work
the
with
movie.
this guy? Basically.
Yeah, he apparently like
was
he
this
he
public
like let his
statement?
dog shit all over his trailer and then like just didn't show up and was like drunk. Like he deliberately sabotaged the film basically. Like that's
And he
the,
got into, like,
it's
a
not just
wild
he
fight.
made a bad movie, it's like he stopped working and a ghost director had to step in. Like that's why it's shocking that anybody would give him money ever again, because like he should be blacklisted from anything industry. Honestly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, at least with like Zack Snyder, like not doing all of the original Justice League was kind of excusable.
I
because,
mean,
you know, he
yeah,
had
it was a
family
fucking
tragedy.
family death.
Yeah,
like,
I was
that's
just gonna
fair
say
enough.
that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not.
Like-
But Josh Trank
yeah,
was
but
like,
with
they're not
death-
letting me direct it the way I want to. It's like you signed up for a studio film for an intellectual property you don't own off of a popular Marvel comic book. Like, just fucking bite the bullet, make the movie they want you to make. Otherwise, stop making fucking studio movies. Make it like fucking crowdfund some indie shit. Don't cry about it because the studio won't let you make this like dark and seriously toned bullshit about these characters that are stretchy and can light on fire.
Yeah, it's like, that's the thing.
He was blackmailing some executives, and that's how he's managed to keep going.
I don't know.
I mean, but that was the thing with the Fantastic Four, Four Stick movie. He was trying to make a dark movie out of very colourful and children characters.
It's clashing.
Like,
Well, to be fair,
such a
other
bad
companies
idea.
were letting like people doing that, like Zack Snyder.
Yeah, Snyder was doing that, but
Yeah,
yeah,
that turned
I
out
don't
great.
care because like I'd
Yeah,
be
it's like
perfectly
Batman
willing
v
to see
Superman.
Josh Trank's
All
vision for
over
his
again.
Fant 4 Stick. I'd be like, okay,
Yeah.
this is intriguing enough that I'd want to check it out. But like, you
Wanna
shouldn't
see
be
the Trank
surprised
cut?
when Fox wants to have certain things in the movie, you know. And then to like,
I mean, it's
to
like-
go
it's-
out on Twitter before the film's released and saying, by the way, this movie's bad, but it's not my fault. Like,
No,
I mean, it's like, can we just bring the whole thing back to Deadpool? Because again, like, it took them years to get Deadpool done to be an R-rated movie and so on. It took a leak by the actual people to actually get Deadpool made and so on. Because Fox were like, "No, we don't want to touch this because you want to make it R-rated.
Yeah.
Why do you want to make it an R-rated comic book movie?"
Yeah, they had that
and
like
look what
short.
They did.
or
They made a lot
whatever,
of money
right?
from it. Yeah, they
And
released
then
that like it was
Joker
a
made $1
CGI
billion.
short. Yeah, so like I don't know. It's some studios some studios know what they're doing, but sometimes they don't. So they knew what they were doing with Fan 4 Stick. Bad idea to really release it as a dark, gritty movie because they know that people aren't going to go and see that because it's a colourful comic book heroes like Fantastic Four. They're very colourful characters.
So
Like-
Amir, I'm noticing your comment here. Do you want to? Or I'm confused. I might be able to help you with this thing. For
Yeah,
Tiff.
so like let's say it's a reserved seating theater like Roy Thompson Hall. I pick a seat for last night in Soho
Mhm.
and it's in my cart. Like,
in your cart, have you
is
not
there
checked
a
out?
Like, I haven't done it yet, but like I'm just saying
Are
theoretically.
you assigning the?
like
When do you assign your tickets?
the 4th, but I
Okay.
want to like plan in advance to see what I need to do. Like, if I have a seat reserved and in my cart, can that seat go to someone else before I checked out?
I believe that as long as it's in your cart, it's fine. Because when I was doing my TIFF stuff earlier today, it was like when I'm at the next screen before I finalize everything. In order to go back, it said the words like, "Do you want to give up these tickets and try again?" Just to like go back, sort of thing. So I don't know. I would. It only gives you a limited amount of time to assign your
I
tickets
see.
anyway. So just write up like a spreadsheet or whatever for your schedule. Make sure that you have the shows you want to see, like the exact showings, and then color code them for like your preferred ones. But also write down alternate shows, because if the ones you want to see are sold out, then you're gonna want to you're not gonna want to try and figure out how you're gonna do alternates like within that tiny time window. You're gonna want to figure that out beforehand. There's a list of off sale films for TIFF, so ones that are sold out. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, none of the big ones are like gone yet.
Yeah,
The
there's
only
like
stuff
one
that's,
showing
like,
for
gone,
Dune that's
gone-
like sold out.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
the very
Titan
first
sold
one,
out,
but
the digital one.
my plan is to go for the 3rd screening of Dune because everyone's gonna clamor to get to like the earliest one
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
Yep.
Yeah, spoilers.
Yeah, just log on at your window. Mine let me on like a few minutes before, I think. I don't know. But
Yeah, that makes me feel a lot better because in 2019, what I did, I really wanted to see The Lighthouse, so I just got that checked out and did that for each individual movie.
oh yeah. Yeah, it should be fine if it's in your cart, I think.
All right, thanks so much.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Speaking of A24 movies, I was just looking up the Blu-ray for The Killing of a Sacred Deer on Amazon, and the quote on the front cover is "one of the most unforgettable films of the year" from RobertEbert.com.
Robert?
Bruh.
Does it say that?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I have the Blu-ray of that movie. I'm gonna see
It's
if
got
it's
to
on
be.
there.
You've got to remember, it's got .com in there, so he's checking it.
It's like the
let's see,
Canadian
let's see.
Blu-ray.
Oh, no, mine says
clearly.
Roger Ebert, so maybe mine's fixed.
Oh my god, I found it. I found it. I found it.
Oh, yours is a misprint.
Like, it's the first result if you search Killing of a Sacred Deer Blu-ray on Amazon.ca.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I pulled up.
weird.
Robert Ebert.
That's really funny.
RobertEbert.com.
Damn, I hope that like now that Criterion's doing 4K, I hope they just like
Including
speed
for
run
Uncut
their
Gems.
catalog for because Uncut Gems just got announced like really recently. Was there even a 4K Blu-ray of Uncut Gems before that point?
No.
Yeah, because that's the reason. Yeah, I was like, damn, the highest quality one is Netflix, and I was so mad. So now I actually
Same
get a
with
4K Blu-ray.
Same with Citizen Kane. Like that there was not
That's
a
the
regular
first 4K
Criterion
Blu-ray?
of that. Yeah, it's one of the first.
Good. And I think
One of the
was there
first
one
4K.
for Mulholland Drive before
Okay.
this point? Probably not.
Yes, there was. I have
Really?
one of just the regular Blu-ray of it.
Yeah. What do we think of the Citizen Kane cover?
I like
I don't
it.
care.
It's very.
Doesn't matter.
I
It was
like
so
it.
funny. I
I'm
think
not
it's
crazy
like
about it.
hilarious.
Yeah, it's
I
fine
think
if you
it's-
like it. Like, what sticks out for you? I'm just curious.
It's so hilariously bad. It's like if Criterion were to do a release of The Godfather, and on the front cover it was just a big letter G in that Godfather font.
Like,
Is there
and you
any
said
way I
you
can say
liked it.
something?
It's
what
like
are you
Sure,
saying?
say it.
the
What are you trying
reputation
to
of
say?
the movie.
Okay, I'm basically driving home, and I noticed that there's this people posted up in front of Walmart, and they're selling hats, T-shirts, sweatshirts, and sweatpants. Vote for Trump for next election.
Oh, very nice.
Thought that was kind of.
He hasn't even
America.
announced he's running, right?
Oh my
I know,
god.
right?
Oh, he came.
Thought
Didn't he
that
come
was
out
a
and
little
admit that he lost?
He
something
might
came out
not.
and
He
admitted
might
that he
not
lost
run.
it, so-
Yeah.
He doesn't
Yeah.
have to run because he really
I
won
thought that was
the
really
last
funny.
one.
They're like
I already did it once.
they have like 6 tables full of memorabilia and all that stuff. So I thought it was
Oh man.
That's pretty good.
interesting.
Drive safe. Don't get distracted. I don't want a car accident on my
Oh, I
stream.
won't.
Okay.
I'm muting myself.
Get
so I
some
don't
merch.
get distracted.
Get some merch.
Yeah, flash that merch. All right. Yeah, we were talking about UHDs for Criterion. I don't know if the Mulholland Drive had a 4K. Was there?
Yeah.
I don't
Like they
I
do
don't think
now
so.
with
I think there was a
Criterion.
Coming out in
regular
November.
Criterion of it before.
No, there was a regular
Oh.
Criterion, but not a 4K, is what I was saying.
No,
I
the
thought-
4Ks Blu-rays are
I got confused.
like for the first time is only happening now. Like in
That's what
October
I was saying.
or
Okay,
whatever.
that's why I got confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's a really smart move by Criterion, because if they're providing like the only available ones for things, like why not? If they have this huge catalog and so many of these things aren't on 4K Blu-ray, like I really hope that they just don't necessarily even stick to like the popular titles. I hope that like every single thing that they do from now on is 4K. Like fucking just I hope they retroactively
Yes.
give me like a 4K Taste of Cherry or something, you know? I just want their
Yeah.
entire
Yeah, I'd love to
library to
see
be
that.
updated.
Without a 4K.
Yeah, I like a
trailer,
4K Brazil. It's like my all-time favorite
Damn.
movie, and I've only ever seen it in 1080p.
Yeah, there's
Hmm.
2
I remember-
fucking Hanukkah movies on the collection. I would
Yeah.
love for them
They
to
did
do a
that-
Hanukkah box set. If they did a 4K box set,
That'd be
awesome.
cool.
It's just another
They
one of those
did-
like licensing rights, ownership, distribution things. So.
If they did like if they did like 4K like Wong Kar-wai stuff, because they already did the box set for Wong Kar-wai. but
True.
his films-
Yeah. Fuck. Are they gonna
his
redo
films
their
are
box
so
sets now?
beautiful.
Damn it.
Yeah.
His films are
yeah, they
so
should.
beautiful.
They're so late to the
Oh.
party. This wouldn't be an issue if they just
Yeah.
fucking if
It
they
al- it
just
also
adopted it at
covers
the right
someday.
time.
And also Koyana Squatzy would look beautiful.
Oh god, I would love
Oh,
that. That'd be a
Yes.
perfect 4K movie. That's
Yeah,
like an
and
audio
while we're
visual
talk-
feast.
Yeah, while we're talking about movies that are like going on, 4K on Criterion, is Mulholland Drive the best David Lynch movie to start with? I really
Sure, why not?
love like kind of weird and trippy movies, but I'm
It's like
not
half
sure
and
which-
half.
Which Lynch movie is the best one to start with?
Mulholland Drive's
I
a
would
good one to
say-
start with, I think.
I would
I haven't
say
seen his
start
whole
with Blue
catalog.
Velvet.
Yeah, I
I
haven't seen that one
started
yet.
with Eraserhead.
Yeah, you see, I
Blue
just,
Velvet's too controversial to start with.
yeah, I would
Probably
say start with
Mulholland
Blue
Drive is
Velvet.
easy.
I would
Yeah,
say.
a lot of people love Lost Highway, but it doesn't seem very accessible. It doesn't seem like the best one to start with.
Mulholland Drive is, from what I understand, like pretty accessible for the average audience member.
I think it's like his most well-known and most accessible movie. I would
think
say.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His most
by
accessible
the way-
film is probably The Elephant Man, because that sort of has a standard story structure.
What about
It's
the
just like a
Straight
biopic,
Story?
basically.
That's like supposed to be a pretty normal movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
You've seen
Mulholland
Straight
Drive
Story,
has more
Adam?
ratings on IMDb, if that means anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like,
just whatever you
I
do,
think
just-
because it's the most accessible Lynch film that is also kind of a Lynch film, you know?
right.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like,
Just
it's
whatever you
it's
do,
not
don't watch
completely standard. Sorry, what?
Just whatever you do, don't watch your very first movie on a fucking phone.
Yeah.
Your fucking telephone.
Or do.
Like,
Yeah, Inland
Or
Empire. is
We'll
not
watch it
very
at
high.
Bob's
Get
Big
real.
Boy.
Tell me what to do.
Yeah,
Maybe
I was
his
just-
Adam,
first.
do you? Sorry,
I
I
was
was saying,
just
do you
looking-
plan
Oh,
these
dear
like
God.
ahead at all, or do you just kind of decide the day of, hey, we're gonna do it today?
Within a week of the first of the month. So like, with sometime within the first week of the month, I update the Patreon. It doesn't like send out a notification, but if you like, it's where the just on the main page where you see the perks or whatever, you can see that it lists today's
Yeah.
date.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
just in a
okay,
week,
thank
refresh
you.
the page. I usually make them, sometime within the second half of the month, unless there's something crazy going on in the second half of the month. I have to do it earlier, but I'll try to update the date for this one like tomorrow or
All
something.
right,
for
thank
the
you.
next
I
one.
just I need to plan my schedule around it because my job literally starts at 4 p.m.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
I
I'm
I
I'm
try to
literally
give like
just,
a couple
behind
weeks
the
notice
corner.
for it.
Mhm.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I booked them off too, but I always have enough time.
Okay.
To be fair,
Yeah.
I'm based in the UK, so I was really worried when I was like, okay, so I'm going to try and organise sort of time to actually watch this. But actually, this is only 10 p.m. in the UK right
Yeah.
now, so
Yeah, it's not.
like,
I try
it's
to
not actually that
make
bad.
it at a point in time where people can globally tune in if they're able to. It's impossible
Right.
to make like the perfect time for it, but
Well, you're a
Yeah.
lot more reasonable than WWE is, like at the
Oh.
moment, because I have to stay up until like 1 o'clock in the morning to
That's
watch one
funny.
of their things.
Oh, yeah,
And
they're like
I'm not gonna
late
watch
night
that
shit.
ever again. Really, it's
Yeah.
late night stuff. I am watching that stuff ever again now. It's absolutely dog shit sort of stuff.
that's funny.
Yeah. I'm
Right.
just unlucky because my job, I work the night shift, so I literally
Oh.
start at 4 p.m. So
Oh, oops.
Now,
You're
yeah, it's
are you
unfortunate.
Eastern time or are you
Yeah, I'm Eastern time.
sorry about that. Oopsie.
Yeah, nah, it's fine. We're not busy right now, so I'm literally just like standing off in the corner.
Why don't we just
Just
have
kinda
the
on my
entire
phone.
world as one time zone, and then some people can just always be asleep during the sunlight?
If
Yeah,
only it were
God.
that simple.
Yeah.
Half the world is nocturnal.
Everybody should just
I
be at the
support
wake,
this
awake at the same
100%.
time. And then
Yeah.
nobody.
I don't think it would be that easy to fall asleep during sunlight.
You guys basically just reminded me of the new Hugh Jackman movie.
Oh, Reminiscence.
What
So
is
that's
it?
kind of
Oh yeah, there is a new Hugh Jackman. The trailer looked like
yeah.
a bad Christopher Nolan movie.
Christopher Nolan.
Oh
You're
yeah,
so
it's way worse.
Reminisce.
distinctive.
Oh god.
It's from the
yeah.
creators of Westworld.
Westworld.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really boring and stupid.
It
I've
does.
heard
It was
say, oh,
It was like
terrifying.
Just like
I
Westworld.
watched the trailer once and I was like, this looks like the most boring movie ever made.
What's this movie?
Reminiscence.
I absolutely hated it.
it just seems like not
Why'd you watch
Inception
it?
mixed with not Blade Runner.
I would
Like,
say
wow,
the
we're
best
getting
description
another
for it.
mute.
It's basically a really worse version of Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless
Oh,
Mind, but,
really?
like the opposite of the story. Yeah,
That's
basically.
funny.
That's how I can describe it.
Yeah,
He
it's a
needs to
memory
go
thing.
inside his own memories.
I guess that's the
to,
title.
Like, get information or something.
Yeah. It looks
don't know.
like super derivative. It looks like it has no
Yeah.
identity.
Yeah, again,
Yeah,
it just looks like another mute, pretty much. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
Duncan Jones.
Yeah, I unfortunately remember of that movie.
It looks like a parody of Christopher Nolan movie.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Damn,
Or
is Duncan
just
Jones
identify
ever gonna
that
make
one.
another good movie? I don't think so.
Oh my
No.
God.
What a shame.
He could
Rogue
he could
Trooper.
write. he could rise and fall like M. Night Shyamalan. So
Yeah, but
you
he never
know.
started as high, so it's never like there's tons of
okay.
directors like that. You know, like who
Okay.
directed
Like from High Tension to Mirrors.
fucking
Well, actually, no. That's a
Nightcrawler.
bad comparison.
Dan Gilroy's another one. Nightcrawler started out like really
oh yeah,
strong,
Nightcrawler was great.
and now he's just
Mhm.
every movie he makes is just worse and worse. What else did he do? He
Oh,
directed like one of the
God.
most annoying movies ever. I forget what it was
Did
called.
anyone even
Buzzsaw.
watch Velvet
Buzzsaw, that was it, yeah.
Yeah, it just looks
Yeah,
like
but
a
nobody-
stupid Goosebumps story.
Yeah, exactly. But nobody
I
could
saw
like
it. It was
you
alright.
can't call anybody else M. Night because nobody started. These other directors made like good movies when they started out.
They
and
didn't
then
make
just,
brilliant
yeah,
movies.
they didn't. They didn't
Well,
make
to be
like
fair,
some of the most iconic movies ever made.
The Sixth
Yeah.
Sense wasn't M. Night's first movie. That was his third, right?
Yeah,
He
but
made
we're
two films
considering
before
it
that.
his first.
His
That's
first-
his starting
That were
point.
just
his
like
first
mediocre.
proper movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is,
Yeah, he made like 2 in
I
India,
don't know.
didn't he?
Yeah, he made some other shit
Yeah,
that nobody
like-
cares about.
I mean,
Yeah,
But this was
watch
like
it.
those other movies weren't like a part of the branding of M. Night. They weren't like twist movies that were like, you know, suspense sort of mindfuck things. You know, they weren't like his
Yeah.
brand really.
But now, Adam, he seems to have found the formula, which is keep his production budget really low,
Yeah,
and that way, if he makes any money at all, it's a win.
yeah, yeah. His
he's
movies
done
are
that
really
from
low
Funhouse.
risk now,
he's-
and people are
he's-
like. Old was like #1 in theaters, like, and people,
people
a
seem
lot
to
of
really
people
like
seem to like it,
Old,
and a lot of
not-
people watched it. It like actually made some money, which is crazy. I think he's only ever lost money on like one movie, maybe 2.
Wasn't that like Last Airbender?
Yeah, After
Was
Earth
that
and
he
Last
lost movie
Airbender,
on?
I think might have been
Yeah.
not profitable.
It's
Oh yeah,
That's an
I remember
understatement.
when I watched Last Airbender, it was actually even worse than just the movie by itself because when I watched it, they had the video and the audio out of sync for the entire movie.
No, that's crazy. Yeah, so
By, like,
depending on
a
how much they
second and a
spend on
half.
advertising, like the Last Airbender made $320 million at the box office,
What was the
and the
bud-
budget was
what was the
150
budget?
million. So it depends on how much they spent on advertising. So it's not
It's
as much as
usually
they were
double
hoping
the
for
budget.
sure, but they might have made like a bit of profit off of that.
Yeah.
I feel
I don't
so, to
think
be
they
fair,
spent
when-
$170 million on advertising.
the advert. It's like the adverts for Last Airbender were pretty awesome all
Yeah.
around, really, because especially it came out the same sort of time as like Transformers and stuff like that. So it was going for that same sort of over
Oh.
the top CGI mess
Rather
looking
fun.
thing. So I know a lot of
love
people
the
are looking
Last
forward to
Airbender
that
movie.
movie.
I want to watch it again like right away, but I feel like I should probably watch the show at some point before doing that, you know?
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
Just
to get
like,
some
It gives you a whole
perspective.
different
Is that on
context
Netflix?
for everything after seeing the show.
hmm
Let's see. If this
Yeah,
is
I
on
mean, I
Netflix.
think the only reason I might be interested in seeing Old is just because of how many people have been like, "Oh, I thought most of the movie was great, but like the last 15 minutes were so god awful."
Okay,
that it,
here's
like,
the thing.
ruined it
That's,
for me.
but that's where the twist is.
Avatar-
That's the fun
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, I just
Avatar
want
The
to see what the
Last
twist
Airbender-
is. But is it
So,
worth
sorry.
it?
I was saying in Avatar: The Last Airbender, like there's literally an episode dedicated to them going to a play, like a good half of the episode dedicated to them watching a play, which is
Yeah.
a parody
I
of
love
the
that
show
one.
itself, and that play
cool.
of them
There's a
mocking
better
themselves
adaptation of Avatar
is
than that.
Absolutely, yes. It's
That's
like
funny.
it's
Oh
kind
my
of
God.
hilarious.
So there's only
Like,
3
they
seasons
acknowledge that
for
the great-
The Last Airbender, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, it
free,
looks like
yeah.
it's just on Netflix
Oh, wow.
for me.
It doesn't
Yeah.
And
take
it's
too
like
long
it's
to
an
watch.
American show, so there is no sub or dub thing, right?
Yeah, no,
No.
no.
Yeah.
It's
It's
Unless I
like a
want to watch
Korean
a Japanese dub and
animation
turn on
thing.
subtitles.
Yeah.
It is-
and-
Yeah.
It is in
I was
4x3
just,
though.
like, I was looking at like the interviews like M. Night did while promoting The Last Airbender. It was so funny to see how little self-awareness he had because he was like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, this is one of the most ethnically diverse movies ever made," even though like
He
My
everyone-
turned
favorite
the
was, like,
Japanese
why
into
he-
Indians.
My favorite was like why he changed the names of everyone. He's like, well, I wanted it to be like more culturally like appropriate or more
He just
uh,
bullshits.
authentic to the original.
He just has, he has
culture.
no self-awareness. He
It's
has
just
no
like
self-awareness.
Everyone is
Exactly.
white
Give his
except the
interviews.
villains.
Like, again, it's like the only good movie that he's made since has been Split, and that was because it was a script back from when he was doing good movies. So
Yeah.
like everything else is just, it's like he was able to ride off that movie really well because everyone now will go and see his movies again. They'll probably see the next probably
He's
another
a
3 or 4
household
movies
name.
for him.
He's always gonna be.
But
Everybody
But I
knows
don't
him now.
remember you ever saying in your split quickie, "Oh yeah, this movie's good, but it's only good because it's a screenplay M. Night wrote back when he was still making good movies." Did you not find that out until after you did the quickie?
For what?
Is that actually true, or is that
Split,
just a story?
because
Split? No, I
you,
knew that
like-
before.
But you never mention it in the quickie.
I'm pretty sure I meant. Well, yeah, I'm pretty. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure I was talking about that from before. If not, then it doesn't really matter. I don't know.
I think it's like you did
100%.
mention it. You did mention it during the Glass review. You were
Yeah.
saying just
Yeah.
like, he basically wrote this because of how good Split was, and then Glass was an absolute piece of shit. because
Yeah,
of-
I'm pretty sure in the lead up to Split, that was like part of my expectations. Because I don't correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember saying anything so far in Split as my quickie for Split is like, oh, maybe this means he's like a great director again. Like, I'm pretty sure I knew before.
No, I
like-
don't think you said that. I think it was like, I think you did say like, I think this was a script from back from the time when he was doing Sixth Sense and Signs and well, not Signs.
Yeah, like I was aware of that through
he wrote this
promotional
after Unbreakable
interviews and stuff that he was doing beforehand.
Yes.
I also
Has
saw the
Split, like,
premiere for that film in LA, and M. Night was
Oh,
there.
Chris Stockman.
It was crazy.
Seriously, M. Night was there.
Oh, you got to meet him.
Well, I didn't get. I mean, I didn't like shake his hand or anything, but he was doing a Q&A or whatever.
Is that the person you want to interview the most? Is that the person you really want to interview the most?
Well, I don't want to seem like a bully, so I don't know if I really like. He does. He probably. It's kind of an asshole move to like be going up to someone that you like heavily criticize and then like post to social media like, "Hey, I got a picture with them. They're stupid." You know, I don't know. If I got a picture with M. Night, I might just do like a
Well, again, I
smile.
think
You know, the
it's-
picture I
because
took with
it's-
Uwe Boll. I could do one of those.
Yeah.
I don't think
just
I would do a
mention
full
that.
interview with him.
Did
Yeah, that's
Who do you really want to interview, Adam? Who's your number one to interview?
I don't know. I mean, Charlie Kaufman, but I already did that. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
I
Neil
couldn't really
Breen, I think.
interview Hanky Chan because he doesn't speak English super well. I need a
Okay.
translator.
But if you had a translator,
I don't know because there's some people that I respect too much that I would just feel self-conscious around. You know.
Neil Breen.
What about Yorgos Lanthimos?
Neil Breen.
I mean, Neil Breen
please.
doesn't give
Neil
any
Breen,
real
Neil
answers.
Breen, Neil
Even in
Breen.
his own
That's-
like
yeah.
4-hour-long documentary about how he makes his own films, he just repeats the same thing for 4 hours and doesn't really say
That's
anything.
our man.
He's just like
Who
keeps his
intimidates you?
secrets.
What if you were
Derek
being
Savage.
by
Dude, Derek Savage.
Shane Carruth would be good.
Is Derek? Have you still blocked Derek Savage on Twitter? Is he
Yeah,
still
we
blocked?
blocked each other.
You blocked each other.
Yeah, he blocked me.
So what was the thing where he unblocked you and you were able to see his tweets? Then you went, "I'm going to block him now, so I get to still see his tweets." but
Yeah, and
can't
then
see
he
my
figured out how to
tweets."
block
Oh my
me
God.
while he's blocked or something.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
shitty.
Watch the
no.
He's
420
blocked like
awards
the
this
weird
year.
thing about it is he's blocked
mo-
like all of my other Twitter accounts. I don't know. He might have blocked my like furry Twitter account that nobody knows about too. I'm like, where do you
that
get
one.
these? Like, I've never interacted with
Crack the
him on
code.
like
Run.
any of
This is
these.
Derek Savage.
Like he's
Derek
totally
Savage is a
like
creep.
why does he search
Seems
me
so
out?
petty.
Savage.
Seems so petty.
Yeah, he's blocked
don't
me on
know.
like all of my Twitter accounts. And I have like 5
I
Twitter
know.
accounts and I just don't understand. Like I've never interacted with him on any of them. And that was before
That's
I
what
blocked
he
him on
does.
my YMS one. Like this has been like
Yeah,
a weird
I watched
thing for a
the
while.
the 420 awards recently, and that's Steven. He's quite a character, isn't he?
there's a screenshot somewhere, but Derek did leave a comment on my highlight
Oh.
of Adam
All
blocking him,
right.
basically calling Adam like a backstabbing cockroach, just what you would imagine.
What do you expect? It's like the same thing of like Michael Goy, in which, but even
I'm
Michael Goy was like pretending to not be Michael Goy, but and like
That was
Derek,
funny.
Oh,
and whereas
God.
Derek Savage is just outright being like, "Yeah, I'm Derek Savage. Screw you."
But it's like, but the whole thing is, Adam and Alex's reviews on the movie were both exactly the same, pretty much. Apart from Alex's was just a little bit more negative.
He was a little bit more
And
British. I think that's what
He was
did
a
it.
bit more British about it, but that was just but that's just Alex for
That
you.
was
He's like,
too far.
His name is I Hate Everything, so you just don't
Adam's-
understand that.
Adam's
But
I also
review
plugged
is-
his
get
merch
that.
and shit, and I told people to buy it. That might have been the.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
"Hey,
but
everybody,
we-
buy a Cool Cat T-shirt," and I like did a little cutaway to me wearing the T-shirt, and like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adam's review was much more furry than Alex's.
Yeah. You know what probably happened is my review got posted, and he saw like 1 billion people bought his movie, and then Alex posted his, and nobody bought it. That's probably what happened.
Yeah, or maybe it was the part at the beginning of Alex's review when she was like, "Whoa, cool Cat Saves the Kids is my
I don't know.
favorite movie."
Well, I-
Whoa.
Who
I think
knows
it-
what goes
think
on
it's
in that man's mind? You know.
I think it was more
That
the
probably
fact that if
pissed
you look at
Derek
the
off.
if you look at the
Schizophrenia.
titles for the movie, it's like for the
Oh,
reviews.
God.
Adam's is just YMS.
Yeah.
Cool Cat Saves the Kids, and then
YMS can stand for
Alex's
anything.
is Search for the West. Yeah, exactly. Like it's like
Your
well,
movie,
Alex's was Search
Supreme.
for the Worst. So
Your mama
sucks.
spaghetti.
Your mom's spaghetti.
Your
mom's
mom's
spaghetti.
spaghetti.
Yeah.
Yams, mashed
Your
potatoes.
massive
He's nervous.
Salt.
Yo,
man.
mom's spaghetti.
Snap back to spaghetti. Oh, there goes spaghetti.
Yeah.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti, but spaghetti won't come out.
Fuck. My
Spaghetti.
favorite
Spaghetti.
version is just disappeared forever of like the spaghetti remix. There's a bunch of ones
You
that have
can't
done
find
the,
it.
essentially the same thing, but there's one that I heard like 10 years ago that just it's gone forever. There's so many things that just like are in my memory for nostalgia for content on YouTube that are just gone because people don't know their own rights and they get a copyright claim and then they just give up.
Yeah, I saw that thing on your Twitter in which you were talking about like the guy who did that Gingers video. His channel just got taken down for hate speech.
Yeah. That one's
Well,
a
that
weird
sucks.
one. He wasn't told why his channel got removed. I haven't seen every video of theirs. I know that so much of it is like very, very fun trolling in ways that could be offensive to certain people. However, I don't know if the issue is that they don't understand that much of the content is satirical. So I don't know.
Again, it's just YouTube just allows all these companies to.
Yeah,
do
and
these
also
copyright
you
claims
should
and
be
so
able to
on. They
remove
just
the
allow them to
offending
do it.
content before your channel gets removed. You know, you should be
Yeah.
able to
Yeah,
get some
they
sort of
should
thing that
just
says,
give you a
"Hey, we'll
warning."
take down your channel because of these videos," and you should be able to just remove those videos or something and be like, "Oops, now I know not to post those things," instead of just
Well,
your
it's like-
channel
Yeah.
completely disappearing out of nowhere.
It's like the guy that I discovered you from, Adam, the Angry Joe show.
yeah.
Angry Joe. All of his videos they get copyright claimed. He basically takes them off YouTube, then goes through the movie, he goes through the review, finds the clip where there's some music, and then just puts. There's just nothing. There's no.
Yeah,
sound
he
at
doesn't
all
even
through
try
it,
to
and then
fight the
re-uploads it.
claims. There's so
Doesn't
many
even
people
try
that
to
do
fight
that.
the claim. Like,
I go through and I like, depending on the context,
You'll put
depending
the-
on what it is, right? So there's like certain times where I've used copyrighted music where I'm like, okay, that's not really changing the meaning in any way, and I'll just be like, okay, I'll just remove this part. But it's usually like at the end of the video or something like that.
yeah.
Like during Patreon credits or something, or like it, just some dumb skit at the end. For the most part, like everything that I've done, I've pretty vigorously fought. So I've got 6 active copyright claims, and this is the lowest it's been in like a year.
Jesus. Yeah.
And so yeah,
what was your highest? Was it like 100?
probably
was it
like
pretty much
25
all your videos
at a time, like 25
at
probably.
a time. 'Cause, like, I
Um,
can remember when they first introduced this, like loads of creators were just being given like 25 to 30 copyright claims on all of their videos. Like when it was first introduced.
It wasn't. No, that was when it was first introduced for like partnered channels, because it was always a
okay.
thing before that point. But then YouTube changed their they changed their rules so that certain channels were no longer whitelisted, basically.
Okay.
And now
Alright,
there's like,
that makes
yeah,
sense.
I don't even know if there's
But-
such a thing as like a whitelisted channel anymore. I think there should be, but
Yeah, Again, it's YouTube, all the YouTube's doing is just damaging their own like creators. Like that's all they're doing. Because
It's
again,
really
people it's
annoying.
like it's really stupid. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. Because again, like it's like they've got the Vivo accounts, they've got millions and millions of views and so on and so forth, and they've got adverts on them. But there's PewDiePie. Like PewDiePie's got the most subscribers out of anybody, really. Like it's like you have to support the people that actually created YouTube and made YouTube the thing it is. But YouTube doesn't care about that.
Yeah.
They just care about the people that are able to give them actual money. Like
Yeah,
Vivo
I
and
was
so on.
looking at before I fell asleep last night. I was like looking at just some random like really shitty reality TV shows, like really exploitative. There's a show called Intervention, where the best cry ever clip came from, basically. And
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
basically it's just like they're like documentary, editorialized TV, whatever, of like just crack addicts and families being like stop, and they're like no, and all that shit. And I'm just like, I probably don't even have to check like in an incognito window or anything. I'm like, I'm willing to bet that the clips posted from like the official A&E channel, I'm willing to bet that they're probably running ads. I'm willing to bet
Oh, yeah.
like if it's got a name like, oh, a verified account from a thing that's also on television, I'm willing to bet that even if they get flagged, that a YouTube moderator or admin is going to look at that and be like, well, it's on TV, so blah blah blah, and just not think about like what the actual content is. Whereas like any other content that's not from like an actual corporation, well, they'll just be like, oops, sorry, not suitable for advertisers,
I think because otherwise, if they do try to take down those sort of claims from it's like for like the BBC account, for example, on YouTube, and so if they try and take something like that down, they're just going to go, well, BBC's just going to sue us out of the arse for all this, so we're just not going to bother with that. We'll just take it off. While these YouTubers like yourself and so on will not be able to have the financial backing to take these companies to court all the time.
Yeah, I think
even
that's a
though
big part
most
of
of the
it.
time when they do copyright claims, they're a load of bullshit anyway. So they know they can't take you to court because you're going to win anyway. So
yeah, I've never been taken to court over any of my things, so I've gotten
much as Derek
sent like
Savage tries to.
threatening legal letters, and that's about it. It was just called their bluff.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
for the
got
I got like a really threatening legal letter from the owners of the clip of that XXX Tentation video on my gaming channel. If you search XXX Tentation and then just Adam Plays the channel, I think you'll just find it. Where
Every
I
time I
replaced
see
the
that name,
audio
I
with
just
the
think
fucking.
of XXX Tentacle.
Sorry. What'd you say?
Oh, sorry, no, I was just making a stupid comment. I was like, every time I see his name, I just think of XXX Tentacle. And then I think of various different Japanese animations I've seen.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, I just replaced all the audio in his like rap verse with like the "Get Me Out of Here" guy from Saw. And they were like, "This is our footage." I'm like, he didn't actually say that.
Yeah.
I want to continue memeing that to shit. I need to find different variations of things I can do with the "Get Me Out of Here" guy.
Oh my
What a
god,
funny
there was
clip.
this part in like the Karen trailer in which like one of the guys is like, leave us alone, we didn't do anything. And like my mind just immediately jumped to like, the guy being like, I didn't do anything, just get me out.
It deserves to be a
Make a
bigger
meme on
meme.
that.
People are crazy.
I just had another Criterion idea. Like, honestly, I think they need to put out some of Park Chan-wook's stuff because I don't think there have been.
Yeah,
it's
it's pretty hard to
the
find,
Revenge
actually.
trilogy.
Yeah.
The Handmaiden I saw this month, and it instantly cracked my top 10 movies ever. So I'd love to
That's
see
great.
that.
Yeah, Criterion doesn't have any Park Chan-wook, and Criterion does not have any Hodorowski. So.
Oh yeah.
Right? You'd think Hodorowski would fit in just fine, but I don't know.
It seems like just his environment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
video
Maybe
idea.
maybe it's a licensing thing. Maybe they're too scared after
I'm
he
pretty
said he
sure it
raped
is.
somebody, even though he didn't. I don't know if he did.
Then again, hasn't
He
Roman
speaks in
Polanski
metaphors.
had some stuff in Criterion too?
Sorry?
Roman Polanski has had Rosemary's
Yeah,
Baby
he
in the
does, but I
Criterion
don't know when the
collection.
last time they've
It's
like
out of print now.
reissued. Oh, they're all out of print? They've stopped?
Rosemary's Baby is
Really?
at least.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Just
So
that
that'll
one, but
never
I
be
don't know about
4K
the
probably.
others.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Criterion, I got
That's
this for my
annoying.
birthday, the Memories of Murder Blu-ray,
Epic.
but like it appears to be broken.
What the fuck?
Is it
I've
unopened?
taken the plastic
No.
wrap off. No, the plastic wrap is still on, and that's why I left it on, so I can return it, I guess.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
got
Blu-rays
it
have
from
scratch
Barnes &
protection.
Noble.
It's probably just like came out of the socket.
It's odd with it's odd with Blu-rays.
It
'cause I
depends.
worked
Yeah, I
in
mean, return it if
CX,
you want.
Which is like, it's like I worked in CX, which is America's version of GameStop, and like the amount of scratch Blu-rays that come in is unbelievable. Like the amount of times people bring in scratch Blu-rays. Yeah, scratch Blu-rays.
How do you
Like,
scratch a Blu-ray?
I don't know. Literally, I've actually got one in my room here somewhere. Give me a couple minutes. I'll
Sure.
try and find it. I've got a scratch
Okay.
one.
Nice.
I feel like you
Hey,
have to
Adam.
try for a Blu-ray.
You have to literally.
Yeah.
Oh, random off-topic thing. Who does the icons or okay, what's it called? I'm blanking out on the word. The icons for your Adam Plays videos, like the drawings and shit.
thumbnails?
Because I love like, yeah, the thumbnails. Yeah.
Yeah, they're that's Amy in there in the video description. There's a link to their Twitter.
Oh, okay. I just love like the sock puppet vibe they give off.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah, I need the gaming channel to fucking get more viewers. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Just
Pick
keep
it up.
promoting it in your YMS.
Pick it up, people.
Still don't want to like rent ad space on
I think
YouTube
it's
for
all
it.
of the furry jokes. It drives all the normies away.
Adam,
Yeah,
I
it might
die
be just
laughing
too
at
furry for
those with
people. I don't know.
Okay,
You
so
want me
I
to put up
haven't.
flyers around
glitched out.
Toronto?
Maybe I should
haven't got
advertise
any-
on furry
sorry.
websites.
On Fur Affinity, I was about to say.
Dude,
You can
yes,
buy ad
E621
space on
for
Fur
Affinity.
Affinity.
Do it.
I'm aware.
Cool.
Oh
You
yeah,
gotta
you
start
can.
playing Minecraft.
I've seen some dumb ads there,
Yeah.
like for furry hypnotism bullshit.
Oh, cool.
Oh my god.
Why not?
So
Yeah,
I haven't
no,
got any scratched Blu-rays on me, but I have got damaged ones here, like this one here. You get this like some bubbling on the
Oh.
edge of it, if you
How
can
does
see
that
it or
happen?
not. I have no idea, but literally, I bought these off the CX store, got them posted to me, and I just when I put them into the PlayStation 4, they load up to the game, and then you go through the menus for about 2 minutes, and then it just crashes out. But I've seen some really scratched Blu-rays before, and I just don't know how people manage it.
The
It's
only
unbelievable.
non-working Blu-rays I own are just manufacturer error that have gotten replaced because they were part of a bad batch.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's because they just don't put them back in the case and they just leave them lying around or something. But
Even
yeah,
if you
like,
do that, a
it's-
Blu-ray is not going to get scratched. Maybe they just like put them next to a heater or something. If it's like
just-
bubbling
or
on the
just
edge, like
send-
what is that?
or- it was bubbling on the edge for that one, but I've seen
Yeah.
like actual scratches where it looks like somebody's taking a key to them or something. and they're trying
Yeah,
to bring them. It's
maybe like
"Can you
an
give me
animal
money for
bit it
this?"
or something. I don't know. Maybe
It
like a
could have
cat.
been living in
darn
like a hot climate or something. Like they left it in their car, and maybe it just like got hot in the car and started bubbling up a little
Mhm.
bit.
Yeah, for
If
scratches, I don't know.
if I find a scratched Blu-ray at a CX when I go to another one,
Because you
next, I
can't do
will
it with
show
your nails or
'cause-
anything. Like even like you tried
it's always
scratching a
kids.
Blu-ray, it's not possible.
Yeah, no.
So I've got an immaculate Blu-ray disc right here for for Jedi Fallen Order, but yeah, like it's the amount of times they've come in and they've looked as bad as a DVD
That
scratch
sucks.
and stuff like that.
I'm so
Like-
careful with my DVDs, but I don't give a shit when it comes to Blu-rays. I'm just like, yeah, fuck it.
I'm the
throw it.
opposite. I don't give a shit about DVDs. I've never had any problems with DVDs, even
Really?
no matter how scratched they are. I've never had any problems with them.
Have you always used a Blu-ray laser to play your DVDs? Because the laser helps too.
No,
No?
not always. Because even when I had a DVD player, DVDs would play fine in them. To be fair, even when they were really scratched. I think it's just good luck, maybe. I
Yeah,
don't know.
maybe.
Yeah,
but
I remember I like in back in like 2005 or whatever, my family had like the DVD repair system where like you put the drops of liquid on the disc and then you
Me
spin
too.
it around. I don't even know.
I've
like,
done that so many
I
times.
don't even know if it never actually did anything, but I just
It
found it,
did for
hilarious that they
me.
advertised it as that.
it does stuff. There was a guy that basically would go around all the charity shops around our way and basically just buy all the DVDs, take them back home, use the cleaning disc thing that he's got, and then bring them all into CX to sell them at CX.
You know,
and they did come out really well. So
there's like an industrial version of that, but it cost like because I worked at Blockbuster, so we had one there. But it cost like if you wanted to buy one, it would cost like thousands of dollars. It's just this like this big fucking honking thing. You put it in, and it just grinds off like a layer of the disc, basically.
That's what we had at CEX. We
yeah.
brought in one because we had a lot of DVDs come in because nobody had checked them properly and they were all scratched to hell. So we basically just put them through this clean. But the problem is they took so long. You were looking at like 10 minutes per disc at times for some of these. So it just really wasn't worth it at times. Like especially when we were selling DVDs for 50p, which is like 75 cents or something. So
I'm glad we're out of the dark ages and I don't have to worry about scratching things anymore. Except for the few DVDs that I own. And when I'm doing like my list going back in time, when I'm going into like fucking 2007 and 2006, it's like, damn, there's so many things that just like don't have a proper release. Like some indie movies from like 2007 and 6 where it's like it was before iTunes and like proper digital distribution and before Blu-ray. And so it's just like the only thing is like a DVD you can get off eBay that's out of print. Or a torrent.
It's like is the Blu-ray market pretty big in America and so on? Because it's not that big in Britain, to be fair. Like a lot of people just use Netflix and so on.
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, like it's a dwindling market. For some reason, every Blu-ray that like I can't. There are some Blu-rays that just get exclusively released for Germany. I've noticed that a lot. Like Germany apparently just. I'm assuming they just have a higher percentage of people that buy Blu-rays. That collector's edition Suspiria thing was a German thing.
Speaking
Smiley
of
Face
we
was a
did
German
have
release. Short Bus was a German release. So
we did have a guy coming to CX, a German guy coming to CX buying Blu-rays all the time. So that does actually make some sense. Like it was. To be fair, we also had an American come in always and buying DVDs and so on. He was the most obnoxious person ever. No offense, Americans, but yeah, he was really obnoxious and really annoying.
I think there's a primer and upstream color German release too.
Yeah, there's a combo
Like, there are
pack
collectors.
from who did that? They released like a primer and upstream color Blu-ray that I got recently. I don't remember who did that.
I really want to get that.
Michelle Haneke's Cache doesn't have a North American Blu-ray. It has a UK Blu-ray, but that's it.
Yeah, the UK Blu-ray that I got for Cache, I think it's like region free.
Yeah, that's the one I saw.
It says
on
ABC on the back, so it's region free. So I got this a while ago.
Again, I just don't understand why they still release like things certain regions only and so on. Just it's like
They've
you're just
stopped
reducing
with 4K,
your market
basically.
If they stop, they stopped with the 4K now. Like
yeah, so Arrow Films has the primer and upstream color Blu-ray, and so I think this is the only way to get primer on Blu-ray actually. So I'm excited to see that in 1080 Pizzle finally.
Hey,
excuse me.
I actually have to leave early, so I just wanted to.
Sure. Did you?
say...
Ask final questions and comments right now. I was actually probably going to get into that anyway because those usually take like half an hour. So.
Yeah, I didn't really have any questions. Just wanted to say again. Yeah.
Okay.
Just thanks for the great content.
Thank you.
I guess if I had one, is your hand healing better?
My wrists are healing. Yeah, they're getting better. I'm trying to not speed into my old routine super fast, but we'll get there. Maybe. I just don't want to injure myself.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for hanging out.
No problem. Thank you.
Peace. Yeah, let's we'll go through everybody. I'll call your names one by one, and this will be the if you have any like final questions or comments, and we'll just make sure everybody gets to ask one or whatever. Sebastian.
Yes. I don't really have a question. I just have like a comment that I want to make about what we were talking about earlier, which is like one good film directors, and the one that always disappoints me, like how the potential they had, was Neil Blomkamp.
That's one, yeah. I would put like Dan Gilroy and Duncan Jones in that same category, honestly.
Because he made District 9, which for me is like the film that really got me into film and sci-fi in general.
Yeah.
And everything I've seen of him is just awful and just
yeah.
so
He just kind of kept doing the same like South African rubble movie over and over
Now
with
he
some
wants to do
CG.
District 10 or something like that. So.
Yeah. Who knows what he's gonna do now? I don't know what. Like his Halo shorts looked awesome.
Yeah.
I wish that there
Didn't
was
he
like a
do-
Halo movie from him, but
He did an Anthem short as well for the
Oh, really?
Anthem video game as well. Yeah,
Awesome.
it's like, and that looked really good as well. But it was really over dramatic for a game that was really disappointing.
Did you
because
have
also,
any?
He was also
Sorry, I was.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're
No,
actually
it's fine,
next
go.
on the thing.
Okay,
Pablo.
cool.
Anyway, if you wanted to ask.
Yeah.
me.
There was one movie that I was like just want to recommend, or even ask if you've watched it or not. It's a movie that is really big. It was really big in the UK when it came out because it's based on a UK novel series called Stormbreaker, but in America it's called Alex Rider Operation Stormbreaker. It's got a really big cast. It's got Alex Pettyfer, Robbie Coltrane, Mickey Rourke.
What year is it?
2006.
Okay, yeah. There's like a few different things on IMDb.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a video game?
No, it's a movie.
Okay.
2000. It's
What, is it just
Stormbreaker.
Should I search just Stormbreaker?
Try Stormbreaker.
Okay,
If it's
there it is.
American, it'll be with Alex Pettyfer on the front when he was like 15.
I have no idea who that is.
He was in Magic Mike, Beastly. He was
Never
part
seen
of that
this.
like.
So I guess that's
he was
why.
late.
It was-
he was part,
Beastly
he was
is
part of the,
hysterical.
he was part of the late 2000s era of like being this like hot hunk that all the teenagers
Oh,
were going to go
you.
for.
It
and
was
so
the
on.
There's
Tom
a
Holland
fucking
time.
Alex Rider thing TV show showing up that's a IMDb TV original. It's like, what the fuck? IMDb is owned by Amazon. Just making an
Yes.
Amazon original.
Yeah, that's
What?
because it's Amazon original.
But it says IMDb
is-
TV original. That's why I'm
I
confused.
don't know. That's really The Alex
Why
Rider
would you do
TV
that?
show is an Amazon original. But yeah, the Stormbreaker movie from 2006 it had a really big cast. It was the most expensive British movie up until that point.
Okay. Ewan McGregor.
And it's got Ewan McGregor. It's got Damien Lewis.
Mr.
in it. It's got a
Circus.
really big cast, but it's not a. It's a
Jimmy
really bad
Carr.
movie. Yeah, Jimmy Carr's in it.
Interesting.
It's-
Should I watch it
but
because
yeah,
it's
like-
bad?
Yes,
Cool. I'm doing my
Yes,
2006
definitely.
list anyway, so I'll probably watch it in the next 6 months or something.
that's awesome. But
Jeffrey
yeah, like,
Sachs is the director. Okay.
He's only done stuff like he did British TV shows. And
Okay.
stuff
I
like that.
watched
Hasn't done a
White
lot
Noise
since
from
then.
2005 when I was younger, and it was bad.
Okay, so
I
yeah,
remember
you
being
like this
bored
movie.
even as like a 13-year-old.
But it's like I can remember loving this movie when it came out because I was like
Okay.
8 at the time when I saw it, and then I rewatched it recently, and I was like, oh my god, how did I rewatch it? Because I watched this movie like multiple times. I think I watched it like 6 or 7 times between one year to the other. Like it was ridiculous. Like I love this movie a lot, but then I watched it recently and it was terrible, really, really bad. Alex Pettyfer's acting is definitely terrible.
Okay, can't
especially when Anti Horowitz, the person who wrote the novel, he suggested that Alex Pettyfer be the actor in it. So, but yeah, just an idea. That's all.
This sounds fun. All right, thank you. Salamancer.
I got nothing.
All right.
Oh, actually, I was gonna ask something earlier. Did Scoot ever like elaborate on why he thinks Old is worse than Glass, or?
I think he probably just had a worse time watching Old. I don't know. I think he just got. I mean, it like Old is just a colossal piece of shit. And also,
funny,
no, I
Dad?
think his reasoning when we were leaving Old, or at least our way of understanding why I would hate Old less, is because I had also seen Space Jam and Spiral that year, and he didn't. So that's
Yeah.
we were thinking like, yeah, maybe that's why. Because there's somehow 2 other movies in the year that I had seen that were worse.
Okay,
Like that's saying a lot.
that's promising at least
Yeah.
for it's like for me to watching
Yeah.
Old. Tenny, like.
Again, it's like Old worth watching just to see what the twist is because
There
I've
is
heard
no
people
twist.
saying it's really
There is
really
no.
bad.
People
There's no
say there's a
twist.
twist. There
Really?
isn't.
But like
People say there's a
apparently
twist, but there
things-
isn't. It's very silly. It's like
So what's
there
the
was
point
nothing that
in-
was that was unpredictable about it. It was just like, oh,
Apparently, things happen in the last 15 minutes that have like
There's no
annoyed a
twist.
lot of people.
There's no twist. It's exactly what I expected from the first 10 seconds of the movie. So I don't know why people think there was a twist.
Well, okay, never mind.
So it's a pointless M Night Shyamalan movie. That's the only point to watching M Night.
I mean, Last
Night
Airbender
Shyamalan
didn't have a
movie.
twist, and that was my favorite.
That was that's fair enough.
So, all right, Taylor.
Hey, yeah.
Hello,
How's it
hello.
going?
Great.
Awesome. I was just watching for the first time last night, Nightcrawler.
Yep.
Wondering your thoughts on that. I saw that you'd seen it from your 2014.
Yeah, I really liked it. I think it was on my list for that year. I thought that Jake probably, if he was ever going to get an Oscar nomination, that probably should have been one of them, right? He's never been nominated, has he?
Yeah, his performance in that movie was outstanding.
Yeah, like he was a really great character actor in that movie. I thought the script was solid. I thought it was well shot. Like it was a very, very digestible movie, and like no fucking wonder that it, it got like a terrible release to start out, and then people kind of like word of mouthed it to give it like a cult status, and so
Yeah,
that was
car
like a little
chase-
unsurprising.
I thought that car chase at the end too was.
Yeah, it's super
Yeah.
competent, and then Dan Gilroy will, I guess, never make anything competent ever again, judging on the other movies he's directed since. But yeah,
What
I
are
liked
those?
it a lot. Roman Israel Esquire something, the movie that.
Roman J. Israel Esquire. And I've
Yeah,
heard some
Denzel got an
people
Oscar
being
nom,
like,
and
"Oh,
nobody
it's not
watched it.
that
And
bad,"
then Velvet
but it
Buzzsaw,
looks
which
bad.
everybody hated. And now there's a new movie coming
Yeah.
out called Faster, Cheaper, Better, which I don't fucking know what it is, but
Oh
it'll
god,
probably
terrible
be bad.
title.
I had one other quick question as
Harry
well. if that's
Styles
okay.
is in it, rumored. All right, what's your other
Oh
question?
god.
Rumored.
I was just wondering
Oh.
what your approach to picking music in the background of your reviews is. Do you actively like look to use different music in the background for different reviews, or do you have like a library you constantly go to?
It's just sometimes I have to feel it out because like I want it to match the tone of like what I'm communicating in the review. So if I'm dunking on something, then there are certain sillier tones that are more appropriate for that. If I'm being more serious and I liked the film, then preferably just a song from the film's soundtrack, because in that sense, I think that it's somewhat important if my job is to get someone else interested in seeing the film, then I think it's important to like be honest about like what tone the film communicates. So there were films that like I'm Thinking of Ending Things and Some Kind of Heaven that came out recently, where the soundtracks weren't available, but the Some Kind of Heaven director watches my stuff, and so I contacted them, and they were able to get me the soundtrack to use in my video. And then the publicist for I'm Thinking of Ending Things was able to get me the soundtrack for. Actually, wasn't even through the publicist. I followed the composer for I'm Thinking of Ending Things was just like barely had anyone following them on Twitter, sort of things, and so I was able to just be like, "Hey, follow for a DM," and got the soundtrack that way. So yeah, it depends on. I do have like somewhat of a library, but I often go looking for new things. Just at this point, I'm more concerned about using things that are gonna get me copyright claimed, or not using things that are gonna get me copyright claimed. I didn't care about that as much further back in my YouTube thing, but it seems like the tools are getting better for that to be detected, and also it's just like I would if I can use something in a way where it's not sacrificing the integrity of the video, then I'd prefer for it to be something where I don't have to worry about that. So
It's cool, awesome. I love the use of the Kimba music in the Kimba review. It's
yeah,
like one of the best things about it. One of the best things about that review, I think.
yeah, I think it
And it's just the
tone
goofy
wise
nature,
worked
like-
really well, and the fair use argument also works well.
Yeah, kind of worked out.
Amir.
Hey, I got a question and a couple recommendations, if you don't mind.
Sure.
So, I like to watch a lot of stuff because even though there's a lot I've seen, there's a lot of like quintessential stuff that I haven't seen. But one of my big concerns with really, really good stuff, like stuff that I'm almost sure that I'm gonna give a 10, do you think it's important to space out movies like that in order to sort of give each one the attention they sort of deserve? Like, I sort of like the last two tens I gave were The Handmaiden and Umberto D by Vittorio De Sica, which I'll get into in just a sec. But I gave like a 10 movie break in between those. It's like, do you think it's okay to sort of watch a lot of movies like that in a row?
Yeah. Why not? I don't. If there's a bunch of great movies in a row, then go for it. Like, I mean, it depends on the. It would just have to cater towards like you as a person, really, because some people can get fatigued, I guess. Some people might appreciate a good movie more if they've seen a bunch of bad movies in a row. Myself, I don't know. I feel like, from my own understanding, my own perspective, maybe like I think that I judge each movie individually, but you can't. I don't know. There's no way of proving that, I guess.
Yeah, it's like I like to think that I'm judging each movie on its own merits, but it's like if I see so many good stuff, it's like, oh God, am I being too generous?
Yeah, I think it's so that at this point I try to if I'm unsure about my rating, I'll lowball it and say like maybe I'll like it even more on my second watch, right? It's better. I think it's better to like lowball it than hype people up too much, if you're unsure.
Yeah, it's like even like with TV, like I know those are generally like a higher rated in a lot of cases. Like I really didn't enjoy Demon Slayer at all. And then I watched Nirvana the band, the show, like after that, and that became my favorite live action series. Love it.
Yeah, I hope that
Love
continues.
It.
And what else did you want to ask about?
Yeah, a couple recommendations to sort of help fill out your classic Italian movie repertoire. So I know you were a fan of Bicycle Thieves. So
Yeah,
I definitely recommend Umberto D. Like same director, same sort of Italian neorealism.
What year?
Like I guess by virtue of that, they almost felt like companion pieces, although I like this one more. It's very, very sad. It deals like with an old man rather than like a father and his son.
Umberto D?
Yeah, Umberto D.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was quite impressive in the way it communicated its emotions. And part of the reason why I gave it a perfect score was it's probably the only movie I've seen with a dog and didn't feel manipulative.
Okay.
Like it's sort of like it's clear that it's like the character knows that dogs are cute and he uses that to his advantage sometimes in the movie, but that's more so for the sake of the characters in the movie than for us.
Okay, that makes sense.
But yeah, like the heartfelt moments with the dog do definitely feel really earned. And yeah, I definitely think like now that you've gotten a taste for like that sort of period of Italian filmmaking, that you'll be a bit more sort of ready for a movie like this. Like I noticed in your notes for Bicycle Thieves, you weren't a fan of the beginning of
yeah, it was
Bicycle.
I don't remember exactly there were some moments that like it felt kind of like weirdly cheesy in like almost like a television kind of way,
Fair enough. And yeah, the other movie is a Fellini, and it's La Strada from 1954, I think. I definitely think this is one of his more underrated movies.
Okay.
It's starring Giulietta Mancina and Anthony Quinn.
All right, it's on my watch list.
Yeah, the acting in this one is.
Can I interject?
Yeah, go ahead.
I got like my phone is about like 4%. And I would like to ask my two questions.
Sure, yeah. If your battery's dying, go for it now. We'll go back to the mirror. Sorry.
Oh shit, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, if I like get kicked off, I'm gonna ask him and then just basically leave. So I need recommendations for 2 Seymour Hoffman movies I want to watch.
Sure.
Any one that he's in. And what do you think about the idea of people not really wanting to have driver's license or cars even in this day and age? With like rideshare apps and like just
Okay.
not needing to.
I
own one.
thought you were doing that hardcore libertarian thing about driver's license.
No.
I don't know. Yeah, like I'd like to see driverless cars. I think it's going to be a while before people decide that you don't need driver's licenses for the cars. I think that even if it's driverless, you'll probably need a license as the person in it, but we'll see how that goes. We're just like, I thought driverless cars were going to be like perfected by the year 2020, but that just didn't happen. And the car manufacturers were lying or were overly optimistic about it. Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see the technology improve. It's just right now, like, self-driving is just not quite there yet. It's not foolproof, and it doesn't even know what to do when there's snow. Philip Seymour Hoffman movies, you're looking just for 2 to watch, any 2?
Any 2. I just want a mix match.
Do you want them to be like very different kind of movies, or like?
Your pick.
I mean, have you seen Synecdoche, New York? Because that's like one of the obvious ones.
I own that movie on Blu-ray. Yes.
And you've seen it. The Master is really great. Have you seen The Master?
Okay. Yes.
I don't know. Before the Devil Knows You're Dead. That's a recent one that I saw with him that he was really great in.
Okay. That one's made by Sidney Lumet, right?
Yeah. Sidney Lumet. Okay. I think it was his last movie. Mary and Max, Doubt. Like, I don't know. There's like a bunch of these. I'm listing off ones I've seen. He won an Oscar for Capote, but I haven't seen that one yet. But yeah, Mary and Max he's in, even though it's like an animated thing. I really like that movie. Doubt he does a great job in. Don't ever watch Jack Goes Boating. It was really boring. I think he directed that one. Yeah. Oh, you dying? I think his phone's dead. All right, rip F in the chat for Caleb, everybody. All right, Amir, what were you?
Yeah, sorry if I'm taking too long. By the way.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah, it's just La Strada was his Fellini's like real breakout film as far as like catching the public eye goes, and yeah, La Strada doesn't really have the same bombast that he's known for, like his very upbeat, whimsical style with a lot of cynical undertones, but like it's definitely like on par with a lot of the great Fellinis that I've seen. Not as high as 8.5, which I gave a perfect score, but it's like a solid 9. Yeah, I definitely think you'll enjoy that one quite a bit.
Awesome, it's on my watch list. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Eric.
Yeah, thanks, Adam. Just wanted to say, even though I started off my college career being like, I'm going to go to film school, I'm going to become a film director, that just didn't happen. It was parental pressure and other factors. So I ended up in a pre-med program, and then I was a teacher, and now I'm in academics, and I have politics as a hobby. But you're a great break from politics, and the Adam and Pals and Adam Plays, especially with Scoot, is some of the funniest shit
thank you.
I've ever seen. Especially, I recall the wine one, the wine party thing, game that you did. I forget the name of it.
What was that? Oh, the facade. Yeah.
A facade. Yeah. Yes, thank you. And then your winning strategy was just perfect. Plus, I believe Grand Salamancer.
Stupid fly.
I believe that you're posting all of the Darman reactions that he does on his Twitch stream. Is that right, Alan?
Yeah, Adam, I have two more to deal with.
Yeah, they're getting increasingly weirder.
Those are ridiculously funny too, and I
easy content.
Love your commentary.
Is
content.
Darman self-aware when he does this, or is he just like, I don't know?
That's a story for another day. What else were you saying, Aaron?
Yeah. I think like Adam says, he's probably self-aware, but he also doesn't care. He's just
I don't know. I think
trying to make a buck.
I don't know if he believes he's changing lives. He's at least trying to be like somewhat of a snake oil salesman. He's at least trying to. If he doesn't believe what he's doing, he's definitely trying to convince others at least.
Yeah, he did his own medical marijuana company called Something Grow.
That doesn't matter.
Wow. So that's really all I wanted to say, and I really appreciate you. And
thank you so much.
I don't have any specific.
Oh, that's all right. No worries.
Yeah.
I appreciate that very much. Thanks for coming on. All right, boards of cinema.
All right, so I have a few Adam and Pal's recommendations for you. First off, there's this movie from 1993 that's like a Super Mario Brothers live action movie.
Oh God, do I want to though? It's always looks so like lame and like I don't.
It's really lame.
Come on, it could be funny. It
boring. I'll watch
so,
list it because I feel like I have to watch it at some point, but I don't know.
Just the fact that it exists is so funny.
Put it on your 1993 list.
And
yeah. What else you got?
And like also Jack, directed by Francis Ford Coppola.
Oh God. I think I watched that movie when I was like 5. Yeah,
it's PG-13. Oh no, it's PG.
It says PG-13 on IMDb. I don't know why. That's
maybe
weird.
It's just the same thing as Toys.
Yeah, where like you think it's a kids movie and then maybe it's not. Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, and then I also saw you react to the trailer for The Lawnmower Man 2 Cyberspace, and that looked awesome. So I think you should do an Adam and Pals for both that and the original one, which also looks really funny.
We shall see. I think just anything from 1996 that was in theaters.
Oh yeah, and like speaking of the 90s, I also have Mortal Kombat, the Paul W.S.
I do want to watch
version,
the original one for sure.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation here, right? Those could be good.
Annihilation is hilarious.
Yeah, Annihilation was way funnier.
Too bad you will die.
How many are
they
there?
both look like they could be really funny. Only 2, and then the remake, if you don't count the animated movies.
Annihilation has like some of the cheapest, funniest sets you'll see, and like reused footage.
Damn, I'm so unsurprised that I forgot about the new Mortal Kombat movie until now. What a forgettable film.
Most people did. Most people did.
Yeah. Ralph liked it. I don't know.
If we're talking about the Mortal Kombat original movies, we need to talk also about the Street Fighter movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme. That needs to be possibly Adam and Pals as well. That movie's terrible.
No.
It's still a bad movie.
JCVD.
Oh god. There's a Far Cry movie as well.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there are several Far Cry movies.
It's just Uwe Boll, isn't it?
By Uwe Boll.
It's Uwe Boll, yes.
Boll.
Yeah.
Fucking Uwe.
Yeah.
Have you got to his restaurant?
Yeah, I was there twice.
Adam?
I took a photo with him the second time, and now it doesn't exist anymore.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, it got shut down because I don't know, a dispute with the landlord or something over. I don't know. Maybe
why
he
am I
didn't
not
pay
surprised?
rent.
Yeah, why am I not surprised?
I don't know. Like it was like listed as like it was a pretty good restaurant. It was pricey. I don't know. It seemed like somewhat reputable, but every time I was there, it didn't seem like there were that many people there. I don't know. Like it never seemed busy, and then COVID happened, and so probably that killed it. I don't know.
Was the food actually good there,
It
though?
was
That's
good.
the question?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was pricey,
Alright,
but
that's not
good.
bad then.
It's not like I wouldn't say it's like the primo bang for your buck sort of thing, but if you're expecting like kind of a bougie, like several course like taster menu sort of thing, then yeah, it was really good.
Okay.
Yeah, really good food. And perfect movies.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 movies.
Yeah. What else? Boards of Cinema.
Oh yeah, and a couple other Adam and Pals recommendations I have up here. The Cat in the Hat. I saw
God,
that
yeah, I guess we
Scoot
have
was
to,
interested in
yeah.
watching that with Scoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a
have to do
really
that
good
movie.
one.
Yeah.
That for me is my
That's an
go-to,
obligation
like,
right there.
So bad, it's good movie.
And also the Book of Henry from 2017, a movie that's apparently
No,
so
I
crazy
watched.
and all over the place.
I watched that already.
Looks hilarious.
Yeah. I don't
Book
know.
of Henry is
It was
very bad.
fucking wild what happened plot wise though. Like
Yeah,
that was like
it
that was
was-
insane.
It just feels like 5 different movies like shoved into one.
Henry was literally Jigsaw.
Yeah, like what the yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
forgot
another
about that
reason why I
shit.
recommended it. Right? Because I thought that would be funny. Just Jigsaw Kid.
Yeah, this is like a funny. Yeah, I'm considering with my next list, like I'm never gonna do worst movies of the year, but I'm considering doing like a notable bad movies of the year roundup. So I don't.
Cool.
So I'm not looking for the worst in every year, you know.
I'm sorry if you've already suggested this, Adam, but are you guys planning on doing The Room at some point? As Adam
I don't
and
know.
Pals?
Maybe it seems like kind of a waste of time. Because it's like, what are we gonna do? Just
everyone's
say the
seen
same
it,
things that everybody at the theater
except
says.
me.
Spoon.
Everyone and their grandma
Next.
has made fun of The Room.
Like, I don't know.
Oh look,
was
Tommy
that it, Boards
Wiseau
of,
is overacting.
Was that it, Boards of Cinema?
Well, no, I have like
How
one,
many?
one more
300
Adam and
more?
Pals recommendation.
All right, one more.
Don't
Okay.
worry, it's just one. And there's this movie from Rob Reiner from like the 90s called Norse, and it's apparently so bad that it got Roger Ebert to say, I hated this movie. Hated this movie. Hated it. Hated
North is
every
pretty
simpering,
bad.
stupid, vacant audience insulting moment of it. Hated the sensibility that thought anyone would like it. Hated the implied insult to the audience by its belief that anyone would be entertained by it.
Okay.
Just that quote stuck in my head so much.
Damn. From the
it just
director of
seems really
Misery. I
funny.
haven't seen Misery yet. I would love to though.
Misery is right.
Misery is good.
Yeah.
It's a really good one.
Because apparently the entire concept of Norse is just this kid who's like, I don't like my parents. I'm gonna sue them in court for not being good parents, and then
That's
like
fun.
get other parents from around the world. Then the entire movie is just him like running around the globe, like trying to get new parents.
Okay, sure. That sounds
It's so absurd.
stupid. Is that Bruce Willis? Yeah, that's Bruce. Bruce Willis is narrating the film. Okay. Julia
Oh,
Louis
God.
Dreyfus, Elijah Wood, Jason Alexander. Okay, 2 Seinfelds in there. All right, this seems fun.
I mean, it was Bruce Willis when he cared about doing movies.
I guess so.
Maybe, I don't know. We don't know what he was thinking of.
Wow, Elijah.
Nobody
This
knows
is
what
the
he's
youngest Elijah Wood I've ever seen. Wow, I get to see baby Elijah. Okay, I'll watch it. All right, thank you.
Yeah, the last thing I have
Sure.
to say is that I just saw like The Lobster, and I thought it was really good, but something that really annoyed me was that like after the first hour, Lanthimos just dropped the whole people are getting turned into animals type thing. And,
Yeah,
like,
it
I
does
guess if
kind
the
of feel like
characters
2
are in a
different
new
movies,
location-
but I feel like on my second
Yeah.
watch after anticipating that,
Yeah.
it went
That
better.
was
It
kind
was a
of
smoother
annoying for
watch on
me.
the second watch.
Like, I was expecting that to like come back into the climax or like the ending or anything, but like it didn't, and like that kind of made the movie feel more uneven than I wanted it to.
Yeah. It's a better second watch than a first watch, in my opinion.
Yeah, I still really liked it
Yeah,
though.
when you're like
That's it.
expecting it. All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Eric,
Oh.
did you have any final questions and comments? I know you got these Ninja Turtles, but if you unmute yourself. Oh wait, no, that's you. Sorry, I forgot the name.
You already
Sorry,
asked
I
me.
thought sometimes Zoom switches around the order of the people on the call, and so I'm just going like left to right, like down there. So yeah, sorry about that. All right, Dat Boy. Unmute yourself, Dat Boy. Oh, there you are.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Not bad. How are you?
I don't have any questions this week. I guess just a recommendation.
Sure.
I there's this YouTuber I watch. His name is JJ McCullough, and he does a lot of Canadian videos, like talking about like Canadian stereotypes and politics and stuff.
Okay.
And
are you Canadian? I forget.
Yeah, JJ McCullough.
No, are you Canadian? Is what I was asking.
Oh no, I'm American.
Okay, so you're trusting that this is accurate. I've never seen it, but I'm just.
Yeah, no, I'm trusting it. He says he lives in Vancouver, and he like jumps between America and Vancouver, and he likes to talk about Canadian politics. But he did a video recently called the most Canadian movie ever made.
Oh.
And it's this movie from 2019 called The 20th Century.
Yeah, there were people like saying things at TIFF like, "Oh, we gotta watch that," and I never did. Maybe it's on my watch list. I don't know. Let's see. I know what that movie is. I don't know much about it though.
Yeah, I just he goes into detail about it. And it's like a weird looking, like 1920s style movie with speech and. Yeah, it looks interesting.
I don't know if there could be a more Canadian movie than Score, a hockey musical, though.
Yeah. Well, maybe, but yeah, I haven't watched enough Canadian movies yet. But
I'm willing to challenge
the
the hyperbole in the title. But all right, I'll check that channel out. Thank you. I'll watch his video on the 2021 election after this.
Peace.
Thank you. And then Maxwell.
Oh, hey, yeah, sorry.
My brother just texted me saying 20th Century is worth a watch. I guess he's watching. Sorry, Max, you can continue.
Oh, no, it's fine. Yeah, I just gotta quickly collect my thoughts. I'm still at work. First off, I mean, I think a lot of your content's fucking hilarious.
Thank you.
And I like the little furry jokes because, haha, I understand most of them.
Haha. There's dozens of
that,
us.
Though, if I were to draw, like, I guess, arts of you and possibly Scoot's Shona's, like, would I on Twitter? Would I at your YMS?
If you just at Scott's Twitter account, he'll fucking see it. He like follows everybody that draws fan art of him, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He'll see it and then he'll send it to me.
Okay. I didn't know if you wanted me at the secret furry account that apparently got banned by what's his name?
Blocked by Dark
Savage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. My furry account is like 18 plus, and I retweet porn and shit on it. So I don't know. I usually don't like advertise that too much. So.
Oh no, I get you. I mean, I may not sound it, but I am actually 21. I just sound like I'm fucking 14.
Yeah, but yeah, if you at Scoot with some fan art, he'll send it to me. Thank you so much, though. I appreciate it.
Making sure. All right, yeah, that's no problem. But yeah, that's I don't really have many other questions. I mean, I guess I could ask about one of my favorite movies of all time. What did you think of Scott Pilgrim versus the World? Did you ever see that?
Yeah, I did. I saw it, and it'll probably be on my list corrections next one that I make, whenever that is, because I didn't include it in my 2010 list. And that, because that was like a lot earlier on my film review channel thing. That was like that was like 10 years ago or whatever. And I liked the movie, but I guess the people that I was around really didn't, and I allowed that to influence my perspective in ways that I don't really let that happen anymore. Like if I feel strongly about something, I just do it. But back then I was like a little bit more impressionable, so that's probably why it wasn't on there.
Okay.
But yeah, I liked it.
All right.
I look forward to seeing it again. Is that on 4K yet or what?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'll probably get a 4K Blu-ray of that at some point.
Yeah.
Cool.
All
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, it was. It was fun talking to you guys, even though I wasn't able to participate much. Hopefully next time I'll have the day off. So I can actually
I'll figure out the date for the next
more.
one in the next few days or something. All right, thanks everybody for hanging out. I didn't miss anybody, right? Everybody got it? Yeah. Cool. And yeah, just to refresh the main page of the Patreon thing where you see the perks listed and the where it says the $10 thing. I'm a little tired, as I mentioned earlier, so I'll probably nap.
Nah, it's
for a bit.
fine, either way.
And then I'll probably be streaming on Twitch a bit later, doing some editing stuff. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for hanging out.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your support. And catch you later. Thank you, everybody.
Catch you later,
Have
guys.